And welcome back, everybody, to NBC Sports. Once again, for Senior Interzone, this is round 2, section 1, Zone 13 versus Zone 14. We're watching the rink of Stephen Gary, Stuart Murray Pryor, Peter Davies, and Mark Willey from Zone 13 against Rod Farmer, Peter O'Connell, Leonard Bradley, and Michael Howard from Zone 14. And they're just finishing their roll-ups now. The rest of these teams, of course, Rod Roper, John Fitzgerald, Greg Bobbledyke, and Wayne Bolton from Zone 13. Greg Brims, Joseph Leo, David Miles, and Michael Taylor from Zone 14. And the final team, Brian Morton, Ricky Malin, Peter Hinks, Rick Asprey against Peter Taylor, David Richardson, Graham Connon, and Glenn Hayes. So we'll just have a quick look through the sections now. Should be able to see who won. So in section 1, there's 4 sections, of course, in this competition. Just make sure I get my camera right while I'm talking so you can all see what's going on. Zone 2 and Zone 5 have both had 4 points wins, 10-0 against 14 and 13. Section 2, Zone 16 and Zone 11, both with a win each, but 9 points. 1 point each to Zone 10 and Zone 8. So, Section 3, Zone 1 and Zone 6. Zone 1 has a 10-point win. Zone 6 on 9 points. Zone 7 and 4. Zone 7 has 1. And in the 4th section, Zone 15 and Zone 9, both with 9 points. Zone 12 and Zone 3 with 1 each. Score difference is not that big, actually. No real blowouts, no real floggings. Excuse me, except for it looks like Zone 2 over Zone 13. It gave them a bit of a touch-up. They'll be looking to bounce back from that now. My camera's a bit out of alignment. It was perfect before. Must have just got moved around a bit. It happens. Lots of people watching, lots of people on the sidelines, up and down. Scoreboards jumping around as well. So we'll see how we go. With everything, we do have a live score set up of sorts. It will be semi-live. This here from these two teams were in very similar colours, of course. And that's the Zone 14 bowls of Mark Willey there with the orange bowls. Blue with white stripe. And a brilliant shot. He's just taken that away of Michael Howard. Peter Davies now. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they've got the adjustment. Of course, the greens have turned, as you can see. So we're going the left to right now. Interestingly numbered. Those are maroon bowls. Interestingly numbered greens. It's 22 going one way and 8 coming the other. Unique in clubs, and not a bad idea in the end either. As I'm joined once again by the, what do you call yourself? The head CSM, the lead CSM, operations manager, my friend and former colleague, still a colleague, Brett Hughes. Welcome.
Thanks, Benny. I think this will be another cracking game as well.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping so. That Zone 13 will want to bounce back from a bit of a defeat. I'm just trying to see what colour those last bowls were. Oh, great shot by Peter Davies. And that last set of bowls are kind of purpley, so that's what colour I'll call them. I like to keep track of these things. I didn't do it last game to my detriment. But a bit complex last game. It'll be a bit easier this time, I think. I don't know if that's quite got the weight. I'm interested in how this turns as well, especially down that ditch side. Oh, this is brilliant. It didn't turn as much as I thought. Dropped onto the shot bowl and hit the jack, and he's now holding 1.
Yeah, that one was Peter Davies from...
that was Peter Davies. I've got them backwards, have I?
I think so, from Zone 13. So, Peter O'Connell on the mat now, also known as Aggro.
Aggro, really? Is it cranky bugger or it just looks like aggro?
He looks like aggro. I think he got asked for ID when he walked in the club. He's a bit short, but he was a former bowls coordinator here.
He was, yeah. Was telling me.
So.
I said when I went and gave him the briefing, say stand to the side, don't stand on the line. He goes, no, the cameras can see over me, mate. You'll be right. He's only a shorty.
He's a great guy. One of the good guys on the tour.
Boys just sticking their head in the window. Hey, look at you.
A few of them.
That's a half and half, a duo, blue and white. Zone 13, that's Stuart Murray Pryor. Negro again. Happy to call him that. It's a good name.
Yeah.
The final bowl, just looking to get to it. Everyone else either passed or just a little short. How's the pace? He wants him over there because that's where Jack's going to go. Yeah, good shot. Stuart Murray Pryor. Double barrel surname. So who do we have on the stream straight away? Let's have a look. Darren Draper, afternoon, mate. Yep, we've got your messages. I just haven't had a chance to have a look yet. I'll get there soon. Brett Goodchild. How are you going? You going, mate? Loving it up the Goldie. Love seeing your photos. Had a good weekend. Jake Waterhouse saying Avery looks taller on camera. Fair enough. Rivers come on zone 13. And Clayton Parker. Go Cyril.
Yeah, Clay. He's a good man. Doing some good things in his area.
On the edge, running through, yep. I've met Clayton Parker. Very good man.
Loves the fishing.
Does he really?
Keen bowler and keen fisherman.
Guys outside tell us we've been a bit loud. Fair enough. Good try by Stephen Gary.
You can see that green speeded up already, Benny. From this morning a bit.
Yeah, the guys were actually really mentioning that, talking about that out there as I was going out. The speed of the green increasing quite quickly as the day went on. Just the
cracking shot from Farmer.
Yeah, well done.
What a shot!
And just the sun lifting the moisture out, and it's gone, and it's great out there at the moment. Beautiful conditions, shorts, t-shirts all round. And had an exceptional lunch. And Dillis just president just coming to say her farewell. I think she's off to Dundas at the moment, or she's got some meeting on anyway.
Just under the line.
Yeah. One to the incorrigible. That's a good word, isn't it? Zone 14.
It is.
Zone 14, North Coast, not the far North Coast.
No, 14. Yeah, so up around your Port Macquarie area.
That's it. Redhead, Lake Cat Eye, one of my favourite clubs getting around. I enjoy that place very much. The Big Bowl. I'm actually lucky enough to have been up there and had a game as well, and had a bit of a fun social day out there. Brilliant place, loved it. Good little club. What's they doing? Updating scoreboards. That's the important thing. That's my important work for the day, isn't it?
Lovely loop out there. Yeah, so I'd say this has probably picked up. The greenkeepers were out there on the rollers during the lunch break, so I'd say it's probably picked up a second or two. So we see here Mark Willie. Mark's the president of the current Zone 13. And I believe he's going on to the management committee for the new region.
Yeah, I saw that too. Ty Turnbull go, mate. James King goes Zone 13. Dermot Minihan just saying, well done, Hillsdale Hornets on the weekend.
Thanks, Dermot. And the boys actually from Marrickville. They give us a bit of a hit out the weekend before. Dermot was in the final for the fours, but
nice.
Fortunately for the guys, went down to Moorfield, but well done to Moorfield. Mark's found another lovely line here.
I reckon he's nailed this.
Just needs to drop on it. Well, it's a lovely bowl from Mark.
Look how far they're coming around now, even compared to the other direction. That's amazing. Really good loop on that ditch hand. We'll see what the other side's like.
Not a bad pointer here.
Yes, Leonard Bradley. We don't see many Leonards these days. Jeez, he's done it again. He did that first end as well. He'll be the one to watch this time, I think. So far, end and a half in.
Yep. Yeah, Pete's on a bit of a tighter line, but he's not too bad. Needs to get around the orange.
I think he would like to run, do even a little touch on that orange when it straighten him up a bit. Just looking for scoreboards now, make sure I get them all lined up. So I can keep everyone informed. Looks like one's across the board to 14 to start.
Just another great shot here by Leonard.
Oh, yeah. Yep, he's all over it. Where have they put their big board, mate?
Should be.
Oh, there it is there. I got it.
Got it?
Yep, 100% ones across the board to zone 14. This is a better line. Rocking and a roll, and there it goes. There goes the jack. Oh, he just was a bit quick.
Really good shot there by Pete. He gave his bowl a chance and just got the edge of the jack, but didn't follow it through. But handy bowl. Opened it up a little bit.
There's your lunch going there, mate. Good food here at the club, I know.
Not bad. The old
Schnitty
from the maze. And no complaints from the bowlers too. We got the bowlers fed pretty quickly and out for the second game, and
flew through. In fact,
the ladies, the volunteers, we had a few of the lady bowlers come in, and which Marlene organised, and they helped serve the meals. So it was done quite quickly, and had a fair few compliments. So fish, I think it was fish, chips and salad, and chicken schnitzel, chips and salad, and a bit of quiche.
Oh, quiche. Oh, look at this shot as well. Jeez, they're putting on a show. Get into it, lads.
Jeez, the bowls has been sensational.
This is incredible.
Heads in the first game, and now the start of this one.
As you said, no excuses.
I'll see how I'm going, because I've got the kids swimming.
That's quite short.
Thanks, mate.
Sadly.
Beautiful.
Aggro about that.
No, aggro's playing for zone 14.
It's not another bad looker here. You just got to get down to that jack, which he has.
Oh, that's two great shots.
What a shot.
Well done.
Great quality bowls.
That's amazing. Stuart Murray Pryor. That's two absolutely astounding bowls. As look, they've come through. Jacks went everywhere. There's a couple short, couple long, but the seconds and the thirds just had an amazing run in then. So I might take that round trip. I'll take the round the green scores off until they start getting populated. I'll leave that alone, but so other games, like I said, zone 13, 14 here, zone 5 and zone 2, zone 11 versus zone 8, zone 16 plays 10, 1 plays 7, that's the far north versus the far south, in fact, like that. 6 and 4 playing each other, 3 and 9, 12 and 15.
Rodney Farmer, he wasn't too far away there, Benny. He was only that... Gave himself a real chance of reaching that jack, and he was probably only a couple of bowls wide to get that touch on jack or sit the bowl.
You see the zone 13 baseball style uniforms, they're flash ones. Oh, it's always good to see something different. Tell you what, with the right way to turn that over. Oh, very good shot.
he's got better weight for the draw shot here, and he's not far away, Benny.
Tell you what, he's nailed it, I reckon. Yep. Even kick Jack back a little to is that his own bowl?
No, the Brown's his bowl, but the other one's Peter Davies. So from here I'd favour zone 13, but there's not a lot in it.
Yeah, one down is the call, so one to zone 13 at the moment. One bowl to come.
I'll tell you what, Benny, if the first two ends are anything to go by, went for a cracking game.
For an amazing game, are we?
The crowd's starting to build up here on the bowlers deck.
Jeez, aren't they? Look at them all.
The green staff are out there and they're admiring the bowls, having a couple of...
well, they've done their work for the day, so why not?
They have. They've done a fantastic job. I think I arrived here about 6 o'clock and they were already out there. So they must be listening to the live stream, I think. Because
On your lads, yeah.
we're a bit of a cheerio. And even Bruce Coggins has got a smile on his face. You don't see that very often.
Rubbish.
No, yeah.
Well, let's see what he's got here. He's going to play that forehand again by the looks.
Yeah, he's trying to get down to that green. Oh,
Jeez, it's very positive. There's a lot to clunk into. Bang, bang, yeah.
Maybe he's one down.
Yeah,
No,
one.
Got the one.
1 to 13, yep. So that's 1-1 here. 1-1 on the far rink after two ends. And the middle rink's still going, of course. 1, 2, 3. 2 after 5. So an impressive start. I mean, I staggered actually. The standards there is spot on. That's what we want to see.
Well, as we said earlier, Benny, the greens are running absolutely beautiful. They're a lovely pace, and there's no wind around today, so it's great conditions for bowls. So there's no excuses. And as we said, we've got the best of the best, the elite out there, and they're really showing why they've been picked by their zones to represent at this level.
Yep, got to be good to be a zone level player.
We see that zone 13, they've lengthened this out. So Mark Willie, he's just under the line. His weight's not too bad. Fairly handy starter. If you're outside that.
Just to show you that's the extent of the breeze. Very light, just enough to ruffle the pennants, not enough to ruffle the flag at the top.
How good's it look, Benny, those flags?
They're amazing, aren't they?
If you go all the way down, I think there's about five flags down the side.
Fair few, just keep an eye on the this, but yeah, it's absolutely staggering out here the way they've dressed it. And I'm an old sailor, obviously, and as we talk about a bit, and I love a good dress ship, as we used to call it. Would cover the ship in flags. You can do the same at club level. They look brilliant.
Yeah. Mark's taking a bit more grass with this one. He's got the same weight. He won't be too far away.
He's walked sideways off the mat to watch this down. I think his weight's a bit heavy.
Yeah. Not a bad posse there if it stays up. Yeah, it has.
Good smooth delivery. Oh, just a little running. So he's holding shot at the front. And here come the seconds, who last couple of ends have just been all over it. Looks tight, mate. Yep.
Yeah. It's one thing on the greens, mate. If you don't take your grass, it'll crucify you when you're on lovely greens like this.
I had the weight perfect, absolutely nailed. He just run it a little bit straight. This one too, but may get it's going to get the evil rub, and away it goes. Yeah.
Oh. And sat right on it. Yes.
That's Leonard. What a great shot.
Yeah, he was in the area. I think he got a little bit of luck there off the...
Luck is right. Yep.
The orange.
question from Darren Draper, who's in the Zone 7 side. Mate, you can look on the program on the website. I'll have a look in a second. I just want to watch these bowls go through. So that's the bestest back now, or the backest as we've started calling it.
It's not a bad side, actually, the Zone 7 side, I think, led by Shane Quinlivan.
Yep. Yeah. I'll just wait for this bowl. Look at this.
It's going to end up in a lovely position.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Tim Flynn, Charlie Cheatham, Linton Riddell, and the great Nick King, or the very tall Nick King. Mick O'Hanlon, Peter Keatley, Paul Rogers, Kenny Snowden, Snowy, Murray O'Brien, Pete Hutchison, Jeff Rankin, and Shane Quinlivan. Peter Jeffs is reserve, and Stephen Monsey is the manager.
John Chalker not get a run.
Chalks didn't get a run.
Was he 60 yet or not?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Claim it. Wouldn't know. One of the greats of one of the special guys actually on Bowls Link. One of my favourites. That's why he's on the what's that thing called? The committee that we put him on.
He's a good man, Johnny Chalker. He's doing some good things down in Zone 7.
Just don't make him cranky. Agro's got to sort himself out here a bit. He's most of his bowls have been, well, his first end was too long, and the next end and then that bowl there has been quite short.
This looks like a better bowl getting down.
Yeah, good though.
Just over the head by Murray Pryor. I think they're only just the one down. I think that wing bowl of Mark Willis would probably be second. So Leonard's on the jack again. He's had a couple of good ends to start the game, Leonard.
You really see what happens when they start chasing. They're not drawing just to the bowl anymore, and they're trying to either move it through or really finesse it. That's the second shot now.
That's a cracking bowl.
That's a better. Yeah. And when they start chasing, and it's probably a lesson for everyone getting around that chasing's not necessarily a good thing.
No.
What speed, Mick? Probably at the moment between 14 to 15 seconds, I'd say. Yeah, interesting times out. Maybe out here at the moment. So I'll just make sure scores. Yep.
We've got to remember, Benny, that obviously it's a week of bowls this week. So if it's running 14-15 now, and by sort of Thursday when the finals of the seniors are on, they'll be doing well to keep them down to about 16 and 17. You don't want it any quicker than that.
No, I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I love a quick green.
Ooh.
I play at Husky, mate. We have one of the best greens in the state, our front green, and when it's running quick, it's my favourite place on earth.
What a cracking shot here.
Oh, whatever. Oh, wowee. Tell you what, if that bowler hadn't been resting there, Jack was going somewhere. I can only see the big board at the moment, so I'll worry about that in a sec. So that was the green bowl of Stephen Gary.
Skipper's having a cracking start to his game.
While this is coming down, how do you feel about this look? That's some protection. I don't even know who that is. Ninja.
Wow.
A ninja on the green. No, that's very short.
Yeah, it's different.
Well, it's probably more effective than sunscreen.
Yeah. Like the sunnies too.
Yeah. it's something in it. Best greens after South Tamworth, Des Cross. Yes, mate, of course. Des Cross, one of the greats again. Another state champ.
So he's changed his hand here, Gary, and he'll be looking to play with just a couple of feet of weight to sit the brown bowl out.
Even moving the jack across is good. His line looks alright. How's his weight?
Just under.
Yeah. A little bit too finessey, maybe.
See what I'm saying? Change your hand, add a yard.
Yeah, God, we see that a lot too. Just the change of hand, and everyone just drops a little bit. That one's out pretty wide. And that's where it stays. One down is 13. One up to 14.
Yep, so under Farmer.
I can't see the scoreboards yet. I can see the big board, so I'll keep that updated for everyone, but I'll have to wait to get the actual green scores. Another mate of ours, Nick Hind, has just joined us.
Nicholas.
Welcome, Nick. Matty Bouse, Warren Towney, all good people. Nick Hind, the CSM for Canberra region.
The EO.
And the EO of Canberra, yep.
Doing some fabulous things.
One of the hardest working men in bowls, Nick Hind. I'll just credit him with that completely. What area? Bugsy Burridge is asking. Well, Zone 13 is Sydney Central and South. So, I get the feeling we've just been kicked. We have. Is YouTube still running? Let's have a look. We've removed my video.
Well, Facebook has.
Yeah.
Should I still contact or not? Is it on YouTube?
Hang on. Whoa. So, people on YouTube, just to be aware, we're still on YouTube. We've been kicked off Facebook for apparently breaching copyright rules. You can't explain that.
Interesting.
So I've just got to sort that out. Uh-oh. What's that about?
See Peter Davies. Just gets the edge of the bowl and runs through. Got a funny style, Lenny. Sort of wobbles off the mat. I like it. And look at the result. Cracky bowl again by Lenny.
Alright, I've just got to type some stuff out, guys. I'll leave it to you. Well, for all you YouTubers, Facebook, sorry guys, we'll see what we can do shortly.
Pete's tightened this up a little bit. He added a little bit of weight as well to try and get a bit of disturbance here. Might get down to the orange, and yeah, he gets the edge of the orange again. See him shaking the head. He's finding it a little bit difficult at the moment. Here he is, Aggie, aggro. Said to me he had a shocker in the first game. Not a bad bowl there. Good shot there, Aggie. And skipper's got the hat off, mate. Doing something okay. So Gary's asked for a little bit of weight here from Murray Pryor. See if we can get a bit of disturbance. It played on a very positive line. I don't know if that'll hold up. It doesn't underneath the bowl. Another backward. Aggro's on a very similar line to his first bowl. He just needs to run. He's going to end up in a great spot here. It's a lovely shot. So Murray Pryor just needs to make a little bit of contact here. Again, a very positive line with more weight, but he's got the gap. Float under. So I'd say it's at least 2 to Farmer at the moment in the zone 14, boys. Agro gives his skipper a high five. He has to put it way over his head just to reach the shoulder level. He's got a couple of the old zone 10 boys playing in the zone 14 side in Agro, and Joe Leo, former zone 10 boys that now live up that beautiful part of the north coast around the Port Macquarie area. So Farmer's elected to go the backhand. He'd just be trying to sit on that orange bowl or the brown bowl. He's not a mile away here. He's very close to the jack. It's a cracking shot. And a bit of chalk. So no doubt Gary will have to be attacking this with some sort of weight. It's whether he wants to go big or plays more of a control shot.
Sorry guys, I've got to go make a phone call. I'm just going to leave you with Cyril for a sec.
No worries, Benny. I'll bit of an on-shot there. Ooh, a bit of a rattle, but no change. So currently still looks like 2 shots to Farmer. And his third's asked him to cover. There's a few bowls from zone 13 out there on the wing. So both skippers are coming up, walking up to have a look at the head, as you would do if you're not 100% sure. Head's changed a lot. If you're not sure, come up and have a look. Agro's put his foot where he wants his skipper to put it.
Oh, mate, there you go. We just got kicked off Facebook for a copyright violation.
Oh, it's probably turned a bit more than where he wanted it. So not exactly where he wanted it, but Gary can see the shot. Yeah, if he can get it down that line, and difficult shot, but he could make 5 here if he plays it right.
Thanks, buddy. So it's still live on YouTube, so if you want to watch it, but yeah, YouTube's good, Facebook's not. Yeah, we can shoot him. All right, mate.
He steps on the mat, backhand. He'd be looking for 6 feet of weight, I would think. Down there, movement of the jack. He looks to be on the wide side.
All right.
Certainly is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, if you are coming across from your Facebook, if anyone's asking you questions, apparently our content on our Bowls channel is a copyright violation according to Facebook, so they've kicked us off and I can't go live again. So we're just making some calls, see if we can fix that, and we'll do our best to get back to that shortly. So I'll catch up the scoreboards and stuff in a second. I've just got to play around a bit. I'll make sure the cameras are pointing in the right direction, but yeah, your scores may not be updated for a second. It's pretty disappointing by Facebook, actually. Imagine banning us from our own stuff.
Yes, there'll be a few dirty people out there that were loving the broadcast.
Mate, I'm dirty about it myself.
Yes.
It's a disgrace.
It's a cracking opening bowl there from zone 14. Michael Howard. Not the Michael Howard that was on the board of Bowls New South Wales, but a different Michael Howard. Mark Willie has followed him down, and not a mile. What a great reply, Mark Willie. And the toucher. The chalk is out. So the president of Zone 13, he started in fine fashion. Howard just under the line there, so Mark will be just trying to get one just behind, I would think. His line's pretty reasonable again, he's just got to reach. Just dropping short. 4 pretty good bowls by the leads. Leonard's on the mat. He's had a cracking start to the game. He's not happy with this bowl, but look, it's going to be behind, and pretty sure that's the important thing because the jerk will not go back on this end. So ended up in a pretty handy spot. Really good bowl here from Phil Davies. Just lands behind the jack in a great catching spot. Old Leonard, a completely different line here. Started on the tight side and yeah, it's going to duck under the head. So currently 1 to Gary from Zone 13. I don't think Davis will try too much different here. If he can just get behind the head again, it's going to be a great position for his team. The line's pretty good. Yeah, he just ended up behind the head, which is a great bowl. So 2 really good bowls there from the second. So aggro, he'll be trying to play with a fraction of weight here to...
Just come back into the screen. Look at that. What is going on? Look at that line of bowls.
Yes.
Magnificent. Sorry, I hope everyone can hear me. Yep, there we
not
are.
a bad bowl here by aggro. Oh, he's short.
He's getting closer though, isn't he?
Cracking
Every bowl.
Cracking bowl. Good bowl. Just a fraction short. So, yeah, Murray Pryor will be just looking to turn the bowl of Mark Willie over to bring the back 2 of Peter Davies into the account. He's on a cracking line here, Ben.
Oh, he's there.
He just needs to get down a bit.
Got the side. Oh,
it's a
that
better
was
head,
good.
Though. Good bowl. I think that might be 2. But that definitely looks a lot better for Zone 13. Better 2.
Better 2. I better check some scores, hadn't I? I'm just trying to see if I can get back onto Facebook. Let's do this.
So aggro's on a pretty similar line here. He just needs to have added the weight, and I don't think he has.
So just looking at the big board, mate, the Zone 14's kicked out a bit. 11-3 after 13 ends. Let's see if I can get the other scores. So Howard, no, still can't see that one very well. Something 4 after 5. Ends on the far rink.
Well, they didn't want that. Murray Pryor's knocked the bowl of Leonard in for second shot, but it's actually given a really good cannon now for...
yeah, shots on, isn't it?
Yeah, given a really good shot there for Farmer to be able to play down there with a little bit of weight and punch that bowl of Willie out.
So middle rink 3-1 after, I assume 4. Yep, 4 it is. Zagro just gets out of the way conveniently for me. Thank you for that, mate. 1-2 after 3 still on our board.
He's a good man there, Agro.
Yeah.
Oh, he's close. And what a cracking
wow. He's nailed that. That's a ripper of a shot. Scattered them all.
Yep.
Laid his own down.
It looked good for him. Yep. He had to play it, and he did. So, I think Gary will be trying to play a very similar sort of shot here, Benny. He can get the edge of Willie as well and get back to the brown or the jack.
Yeah, there's a lot to move, isn't there? Lots to disturb. He's got to be positive into it.
Yeah. Both his bowls coming in too, so he's got a bit to play for here. A bit working with him. Oh, he's on a wider line. He can use his own if he gets down a bit. Oh. Certainly had some weight to do some damage there. So change over to the other hand for Farmer.
Oof.
Ooh, bit of a rattle around.
Yeah, weight to move things, but didn't really. Just got the wrong edge on that front and didn't change much. This will have to be a pretty precise shot as well, by the way.
Yeah, he's taken a narrower line, which is better. So he's not far. He punches his blue through. He can get the blue through.
Oh, I don't know what he's changed. I don't know whether he's changed anything.
He could be still one down.
Amazing attempt. Brilliant attempt. Did
Definitely one. Could be possibly 2.
Yeah, did everything right. As the thirds do their thirds dance. Using the force? I don't know. That's a new one. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Just measure it.
Yes.
Walking around and around in circles.
It's only the one. Oh, are you going to back one? Oh, one. Yep.
No one said a thing. I assume it was one. That was annoying.
We waited all that time for that, but I'm pretty sure it was only one.
So it is 6-1 after 5. No, 5-1 after 5 on this rink. Oh my goodness.
Silence is beautiful.
That's why I'm surprised at the copyright violation. Sometimes with this background music or something like that, we get that may be a violation, but I don't know, maybe someone's maliciously reported something that just isn't true and Facebook's going, oh, that must be true. So that's pretty weird. Number 1. Our good friend Kira from our comms department will be putting on a post shortly, letting everyone know what's going on.
Lovely start.
Oops. Guess what I just did? Just the usual.
Just got a real close up of Rex Johnson there.
I wish I could stop doing that. Oh, lots going on here. Lots on my mind now.
You're doing a good job, Benny. Under pressure.
Thanks, mate. 13-3 after 15.
Some things we just cannot control are out of our control.
Yeah. Just enough to make you a little bit angry.
Howard, a really good line again by Howard. Yeah, he's going to run this out. That is classical leading. And the hat off from the captain.
Yes.
Look at them two bowls, Benny. You do not get much better than that.
Front toucher, little catcher at the back. Perfect. Now, mate, Mar's just running around, loving life.
And Willie hasn't been that bad. It's been a good game between the two leads.
Pretty similar scores across the board there at the moment. After 5 ends, yeah. Wow. He got close again.
You know what I love about this little office here, Benny?
So, mate?
Is the stories you hear from out the door and outside there. And
yeah. I meant to ask you about that. There was a conversation going on yesterday. It was one of the most intense I've ever heard. It was about Ukraine and Russia, and then Israel and Palestine. And they were all very calm and polite, talking politics. I don't know whether there's a club of people that like to talk about this stuff or what. It's amazing.
There's a table of knowledge out there, and you don't need to watch the news each night. You just need to come down to Northmead and listen to the table of knowledge. Peter Davies is giving this a fair crack here. He just needs to hold up a bit.
Oh, he's under. Oh, not by much. Wow, what an effort. And that's gone 6-1 after 6 on the far one now.
There's Brims over Roper.
Well, tell you what, Zone 13's got to catch up, don't they? It's getting a bit shaky for them.
Yeah, not the best start, but confident they can pull it back a little bit.
Oh, they're a good side. 15-3 after 16.
Do you see Davies again down on the back end? He's got a wider line. He looks as though he's in the area, but look at the turn now. Just under again. Really identical bowl.
Nearly, yeah, exactly right. Well, look at this two out there, so tough to get Jack back to those, though, sadly, I think.
Yep. I think the bowl of Lenny's there, out to the right, back. It's a real handy bowl there. I can see if a bit of weight's used, Jack could end up back there. Oh, an aggro. Well, he's fattened that target up. I don't know. It was a good bowl, but not a great result, I think. He's given Zone 13 something to work off there now. And
cut it in. Oh, my goodness.
Very stiff. Very stiff. So O'Connell will probably just try and add a foot of grass there so he doesn't give a target. Grass is better as long as he's kept the weight. He's just dropped a bit short.
Said before, he's getting closer and closer. His first couple of ends are rough. He's getting better and better. So a change of hand here. Yeah, it's interesting. You're probably looking at that window there to get to those orange ones. Line looks all right to there. Here he comes. Tell you what, he smacked that orange one there, knocked Jack all the way back. Has it helped?
Definitely helped.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's exposed. We talked about those two purple ones on the left a little while ago. They may come into play now.
Yep.
Jack went straight back down the line.
As I said earlier, Benny, that the bowl of Leonard's the one out on the right. It's the only one close now for Farmer in Zone 14.
Zone 14, they're obviously sponsored by Southwest Rocks Bowling Club.
Have you been there, Benny?
Not Southwest Rocks, no.
Lovely club. Brilliant club. 10-pin bowling alley downstairs.
Oh, no, I have been there. Of course I have. Yeah, that's amazing. I heard a BowlsLink meeting at the bottom there next to the bowling room. Yeah, I know which one. Apologies to Southwest Rocks, yeah. Yeah, I love it there. Big fan of that club, actually. The croquet lawn at the top as well.
Yeah. Yeah, cracking bowl here. Lovely bowl by Farmer.
That's just perfect, in fact. Magnificent. What a great draw bowl. He's having a good game too, by the way.
Certainly is. Gary might follow him down there. Try and get a close second. Can still draw the shot down there. Must be inside the brown. Oh, no.
We may be back. We may be back on able to do things on YouTube. Give me a second. I'll see if I can get it back up. No, it's still blocked. They have put the video back on. And a copyright claim made against us on Facebook, so they've blocked.
Yeah, Facebook's.
Yeah, it's gone. So YouTube's going, but Facebook's gone.
Very good bowl there, and it's just blocked that out and come in as well. So Gary walking down the head to have a look at this.
So the video we had up for this afternoon that they finished and killed is actually back on our account, but we can't go live on Facebook yet. Oh wow, look at that farmer, what a bowl, a couple of bowls. So there it is there, there's the video. But they're still not letting me go live.
Angry.
Very disappointed.
He may look to play a bit of weight here down through the white. Line up, gets his rag out, wipes his bowl, has a good think about it. Get on the mat.
It's tough to get in there. Look at that. Look at what he's got in front of him. How many down is he? That's the hard question.
Well, he's 2 down.
Only the 2?
Only the 2. And he's played the weighted shot. If he gets connection on his grease wide. I think it's only the 2, Benny.
I was looking for the split down the front, I think.
They're going to measure the third.
Or they'll walk around and round in circles for a while. No, out comes the tape straight away.
I reckon that tape is stuck to Agro's pants. No, they've given him the 3.
Some yelling and screaming out the back here. I think that'll make it 8-1 after 6. Zone 13 not really firing at the moment at all.
Not at all. And we've got the local side, Zone 10, playing outside the window, and that's there's a bit of cheering going on there. We've got the gallery out there watching the bowls. It's a great spot to watch bowls out here on the balcony. It overlooks the green. So
how good is it?
Yes.
Right now, I'll see if I can. Well, that's it pretty well actually. Same length. That's good. I'll see if I can get the other scores. So that's still 6-1 at the far end. 5-1 next door after 6, and that's where all those scores are coming from on the big board. Zone 14 have kicked away pretty heavily to start with, 6 ends each down on all 3 rinks, and a lot of shots between them. 16 shots overall. With it's a big start by Zone 14.
So probably 2 of the looser bowls we've seen from the 2 leads. Howard behind and Willie in front. And I think Howard has taken too much off in trying to correct. So a chance here for Willie in Zone 13 to put a nice close one in.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, isn't it?
They've been so good all afternoon.
Mm-hmm. So let's have a look at. Haven't even looked at the comments while I've been rushing around. Oh, Harvey Stevens from Milwaukee in Wisconsin. Rick Fleckner, that is grass. It's a Tiff Dwarf.
Cracking bowl there.
Brilliant.
By Willie.
Yeah, Tiff Dwarf is the variety. It's looking a bit brown at the moment just because it's in dormant mode, so in the winter it protects itself, takes all the chlorophyll out of its leaves, and sits there in the brown state. Doesn't really grow much. And then during summer you get the good growing seasons and all that stuff. At the moment it's beautiful coverage out there. It's no thin patches. Absolutely spectacular.
Yeah. Oh, classic day for bowls. Absolutely. The breeze is starting to pick up a little bit now, Benny. The flags are flying a little bit, not a lot, but it has picked up a bit.
Yeah, I think it's just moving the pennants. I don't think the big flag at the top's moving much. The corner flags are certainly not
Davis
not reacting.
is close to the jack, just underneath, and probably a good leave, but another handy bowl on the head.
Yeah, good miss.
So Leonard will be trying to take a yard off his last bowl. His line is beautiful. But a pretty similar bowl.
All right, starting to get some scores through on the other rinks. Let's make sure that everything is set up. Nope, it's not. Great. So that's dead now as well, straight away. Things are going really well at the moment. Stupid Facebook.
Davy's got another good line down here. I think he's adjusted his weight, and he's pretty close with this one. And a toucher. Great shot, Peter Davies. I think this just goes to prove the importance of the lead, that lead position, Benny. You know, it's the first time that Howard sort of hasn't had one pretty close, and it's allowed Zone 13, Gary and his side to jump on. So pretty important time for aggro here, time for him to step up.
Yeah, front end just absolutely. Again, something we say a lot on these on the coverages, and you see it from the lowest level to the highest. That's a pretty good shot too, by the way. The leads will often dictate the match. They dictate what happens next anyway, very much. If they're nowhere near it, then everyone's got to try to catch up and put yourself behind immediately.
Thanks, Tom. How good's our bowls coordinator here, Marlene?
Oh, she's coming in.
Looking after us, running around, doing the scores.
Taking our dishes away.
Hasn't stopped all day.
Oh, look, that one rolled forward as well.
So, yeah, aggro will just try and narrow it a fraction. Keep the same weight. He's chasing it a bit. He's not bad here.
Oh, Jack it is.
Oh,
backwards side.
What a lovely shot back to Leonard.
Oh, I love it.
They're all over him. So Murray Pryor will be just on the backhand here and looking to get around Willie's bowl and as close to the jack as he can. Not a bad bowl. Lovely line. Certainly gives Gary something to work with.
Yeah, I've just had a... Speaking of the flag out there, mate, the flag is at half-mast. Very sad news out of NBC Sports that one of the stalwarts of the club here, Mr. Harvey Platt, passed away. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, we got the news through yesterday afternoon, Benny, about 5 o'clock. Harvey been battling cancer for a little while, and very sad news. One of the a member that's been here for ever since I've known, and love the club, great supporter of the club. If you come here any afternoon, you'd see Harvey here having a beer. Look, club's very saddened by the news, and he'll be very, very sorely missed.
That's it. Spoken of fondly all around the club this morning too. Harvey, thoughts go out to the club, obviously, family and friends of Harvey. Yeah, very sad for the club. Always when we have passing members, and But he'd be happy the bowls is on, I guess.
He loved his bowls. I'll tell you
yep.
now. He was here every day, and he loved watching his bowls. So, loved playing it himself. He won a number of club titles here, and even up until this year, I think he played in the final. Might have been the senior singles.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Very handy bowler.
All right, let's see where this goes. This looks close to me. Jeez, he's having some kind of game, isn't he?
Well, he doesn't want the jack back there.
Oh, no, he didn't. The touch on the jack wasn't great for him, but still a pretty good shot.
It was, yeah.
He cut it down. I think there were 2 down, in fact, so only 1 down now.
Yeah, well, it's probably what Zone 13 need. They need to try and shorten the length for the end, I think. They've Zone 14 have been dominating the long range.
So what's going on around the grounds there while they're having a chat? Zone 13, Zone 16. I'll just start the auto loop. Loop on, good. Refresh, all right. 15-3. Zone 14 over Zone 13. 20-5. Zone 2 over Zone 5. Wow, that's a start.
And considering Zone 5 had a really big win in the first game too, Benny.
Yeah. Zone 11's up over Zone 8, but only just. Same as 16 and 10. Zone 1 and Zone 7 going 13-11 at the moment after 14.
Not a bad effort here, Benny.
Well, here we go.
If he pumps that onto the bowl, what a... Oh,
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
1 to Zone 14.
Wow.
Goodness me.
Didn't want that.
9-1 on this rink. I will confirm that, but at the moment that's by my calculations. Drop that. There we go. And I'm sorry if I'm a bit slow, everyone. It is lots going on in here at the moment with Facebook deciding that we're not allowed to publish anymore, which is based on copyright, which is ironic because we own the content. So, I don't know what happened there.
So Zone 14 jumping out to a 26-3 lead now.
That's it. I got startled when I looked at that score from, I can't remember which 2 zones it was, and then look over here, and it's a bit the same. Well, Zone 13 actually just scored one, so 26-4 after 22. All the state selectors are here as well. Everyone trying to impress, as they should. So it's 11-2 on the far rink. It's after 8, I'm going to assume. Can't really see the Bowls Ninjas in the way. Let's assume it's 8 and leave it at that. I can't see the middle rink.
Howard again just ducking under.
Yeah, look, I know we've spoken highly of the leads and they've done pretty well. I think they're a little inconsistent, to be honest. They're either on it or they're a mile away from it. The best between their best and their worst is a significant margin.
I'm just wondering if that little bit of breeze has just popped up, and I look out now and the flags are still as. So maybe just a bit of breeze is playing with their mind a little bit.
Yeah, indeed. Sometimes a variable breeze is as bad as a strong constant one. Something fluky.
Certainly hasn't worried Lenny too much. Leonard, he's been thereabouts, but this one just going over a little bit, but cracking line.
So
Good seconds bowl, actually, Benny.
Yeah, indeed. 25. So that middle score must be a 6. Because math. High school mathematics. Never let me down. I've never had to use it before until this moment.
Right. So Leonard's going to try and just come around that last bowl from Pete Davies. He's actually got the tidal line to maybe come underneath it. It's a problem. You try and come just underneath and you will cut very quickly on these greens.
Yeah, let's pop that 13 bowl forward.
Davies, I think he's going to cut the head as well. Whoa, he didn't want that.
Ooh.
He's knocked that bowl up of zone 14, which has given them another good second. Certainly another shot to play now on the back end to turn that in.
Mick DeBono saying Mars a gem. She really is.
She is. Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's not too far away here, Benny. He's got Lenny to punch up. And he does, turns him over, so starting to build a reasonable head there.
There's a bit to move in and around, isn't there? And that I think was the call from the Zone 13 skipper, saying that Stephen just saying, run through here, anything here is good.
The line's okay if he's got the weight. If he hasn't, he will run under. We see so many bowls turn on that hand, Benny.
Yeah, and late too, like that. They're getting a kick along, and I hope the players start realising at some point. Look, don't get me wrong, it's a good head of bowls, but we've seen two of them come down now and do exactly that.
Agro looking to play it fairly positive. Slipped under the head. Yep, so Gary just asking him to be out to that bowl of Pete Davies, and if he can flop that in, get around it, and it is a better line, much better line here. And just down to his weight, he needs a clear road.
Yeah.
Handy spot.
Wiping a bit of chalk off that on Agro's bowls.
Jeez, must have hit another bowl with chalk on.
Oh, there it is, picking up bird poo off the off the green.
The Agro hasn't had a touch, has he?
I don't know. Not that I recall. Yeah. Hurry up and work. People want to watch.
Farmer playing down on his forehand, looking to turn the orange in. He's not a mile away here, Benny. He has got it.
Oh, yeah.
Onto the jack.
All the way across. What a great shot.
Jeez, he hasn't missed too many, Farmer. Every opportunity he's had, he's either got it or been very close. So Gary's lined up, and I think he's going to play through the orange to hope to sit and stay. He's just on the wide side. So big bowl here by Farmer. If you can get another one in the head, it'll take that shot away from Gary. He looks to be a little bit through the head as well. Handy spot though. So he's just looking at the back and what he should possibly play. Yeah, he knows he's got Pete up the front, so he'll. I think he'll keep that same weight and just try and come under the blue and play the orange through and stay. He's tired. He's got Peter that he can push up. Well. Changing hands here, Benny.
Yeah, he got called over by his third, I think. I can see something we can't.
Well, he's played weight.
Yep.
Oh, lucky the orange.
One of the edge. No.
Well, that's his bowl.
Yep. Well, how close is it's the question. No. Okay.
One down.
1 to 14? Must be. Yeah, he's got the map, yep.
1 to 14.
So they get to 10, they get to double figures after 8 ends. Poor old Zone 13 stuck on 1 on this rink. Obviously at the end of each end I'll update all the scores. So let's have a look. Mr. Hughes, what's around the grounds? I'll just zoom that in a bit so we can see properly.
Good job, Benny. So they've cut the end a little bit shorter, but something similar to what they've been playing.
It's not a huge difference, is it? It's a difference, but it's not massive.
No?
Just about a metre. So far rank 11-5 after 9, so that's a 3 shots to Zone 13 there. That's a change. Middle rink. Six 2 after 8, so another score there for Zone 13, which means the big board has 27-8. A little bit more respectable, still not attractive. 19 shots down.
Early days, Benny, but they do need to start picking it up.
Hurry up, don't they? Good.
See, Willie will just try and beat his own bowl here.
Well, this is a little better. This is very quick, by the way. That's still flying. Worrisome. Like I said, a little inconsistent. That's what's in my mind there.
Yeah, you'll make sure you make even your bad bowls have got to be in reasonable positions, because if you give these guys any chances at all, they'll sit you out and make a multiple. So yeah, Pete Davies on the map. Pete's actually been in the area most times. He hasn't been too bad.
Pete's been good. Leonard's been amazing.
Yes.
I can see a little breeze picking up now. I can feel that because I can see one of my cameras is actually getting a bit of a shake on, which usually indicates either someone's messing with it or the wind is blowing. I'll have a look around and see what I can see.
Pete got a nice little rub there. He was in the area.
Here he comes, forehand shot. Bounces off the mat a little bit.
He does. Puts his body into it. I really like the way Leonard plays as a second.
Me
he
too.
gives his bowls a chance.
There we are. I reckon that the Aussie flag at half mast is a bit stuck, but isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. Lovely sight. Well, Pete Davies, is he up?
Oh, nearly had a clear run.
2 pretty good bowls
Pretty
there.
close.
Yeah. Oh, so aggro caught on a little bit of weight here. This is one of his favourite shots.
Is it really? He's a
He loves
bit of a runner. Good on him.
Run. And here he goes. Not a mile away.
He's on it. He's on it, surely.
There's a gap. Oh, no, he's got it.
Dead. That's out of bounds, ladies and gentlemen. Out of bounds.
He's finally got a legitimate little bit of chalk on his bowls.
Well, I think it's out of bounds, but I've been wrong before. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Yep, it's definitely out of bounds. They're just choosing where to start from again. They're going to start up at... Yeah, replay it from the other end. Dead ones.
Well, I've got to slip off for a little bit, Benny, to slip into a quick meeting, but I'll be back as soon as I can.
I'm going to sit here and let all the YouTube viewers listen to me whinge about Facebook. So, once again, we commence on this in this direction. We'll end up in the same length, I'd suggest. So a meeting about to happen in the background. That's where Cyril's nicked off to. All these high-level blokes, they always get up and there's a lot of meetings and a lot of organisation to happen. But Cyril was talking about before with the flags. I'll just wait for this one to come through. Is the breeze is there, but it's really fluky. As this one stops, you'll see it's just those pennants now hanging dead. It's interesting out there. Interesting conditions. Warm, greens are pretty quick. A lovely spot to be. You are watching, all you YouTube viewers, you are watching from NBC Sports, the senior interzone, Zone 13 versus Zone 14, 13-14. Our rink, of course, Farmer versus Gary. Stephen Gary, and I've spelt Gary wrong there, haven't I? No one pointed that out to me yet, and I'm a bit surprised at that. Should be a double R. Let's try that instead. The score's kicking out towards Zone 14, as you can see. 27-8 in the big board, so we play 21 ends on each rink. 63 on the big board is what you're looking for down the bottom right-hand side of the screen. And a long way to go, but a long way to catch up as well. That's a brilliant bowl by Mark Willey. He's been all over the last couple of ends. This end started pretty similarly to the start of the last one, the one they killed. So I check Facebook once again to see if I'm allowed to do anything. Nope. Unbelievable. I disliked Facebook before. I dislike them even more now. Meta. But anyway, for everyone that's, thanks Paul. For everyone that's here watching on YouTube, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the show. I hope you're enjoying the bowls these guys are putting on for us. I certainly am. They're putting down some really good shots. Skipper Rod Farmer there just saying, put it here please mate. He hasn't done that. He's close to the jack. Jack is just in front of that blue bowl there. Oh, rocked it and sat. Ended up in the spot he needed to be. In the spot he was asked to be. Well, not much is changing, is it? It's just sticking kind of like it is. Backhand. Aggro. He played a brilliant shot last time to kill it. Which is why we're back again on the ninth end. Oh, that's not in a bad home either. Just looking for cover here, I think, a little bit. Stephen just saying, finish here, please. He's done better than that. Well, it was a little quick, actually, and didn't get... He would have been better sitting where his skip asked, sadly, and, you know, I thought he was going to come round to the jack there. That's another pretty good shot by Aggro. Good position, usable bowl. Oh, this one wider. little less runny. Yeah, it's not finishing back. It's finishing in front of Jack, so not quite what he asked for. And as I stand and have a look, I'll just show you this. This is the clubhouse itself from where the second camera is, because the guys up there enjoying themselves on the balcony. That window there with the cables running in it. That's whoop. That camera does that a fair bit. So in there with the cables running through the window, that's where we are right now in the Bowls office. I see people familiar to you all over the place here, and great place to be at NBC Sports. There's a good jumping pillow and all sorts of stuff in the background there. Just watch this come down. I'm not sure where it is. There it is. Let's punch the red one through. It's the maroon bowl of... I had that written down. There it is, from Leonard Bradley, of course. And Ian saying he knows an African prince who'll pay $1,000. Yeah, I don't doubt you know an African prince, Ian. Oh, didn't get to see that. Agro stand the way. He did tell me before that he thought the camera might just pop over his head because he's a pretty short dude. But unfortunately, no. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but still a few, I think, to... who's holding there? Stuart Murray Pryor. Sorry, Mark Willie at the front there, isn't it? There's the Pryor bowls at the back. So 2-13. Takes them to 3. Triples their score after 9 ends. Good for them. Need to go. Get camera 1 back to the middle, and we can watch what Zone 13 does with the jack. I'm very interested in it. They've been playing pretty short ends, pretty much 8 of the 9 ends that came down, and that is a big change in length and a brilliant one all the way back to the tee. Smart bowls, thinking about the game. Shadow's lengthening here. It is 2:30. Weirdly, it means it's only about 2.5 hours till sunset. Still locked out of Facebook. I get the feeling we'll be locked out of Facebook for a bit, and I'm really hoping it only lasts a day. But knowing the way these complaints go through and the requests go through, it may be longer. So, everyone, if you're watching, we may on YouTube. Everyone that's coming across, if people are asking you about it, tell them just watch it on YouTube. It's just where it sits. So 10-3 this rink after 9. 8-2 next door after 9. $29.12 on the big board, and one rink that I can't see yet. It's after 28, so I may have to do some math, but that's okay. That's why I went to high school, I guess. Looks better for zone 13, in fact. Over there. So they must have done 10 ends. Eight. So 7. 29 is 18 plus 11 is 29, so that's good. Bang. That's the correct scores. high scoring over that one, actually 11-7 compared to what we've got here. Lead Bowls doing it again. Getting closer and closer all the time. A little bit inconsistent to start. Last couple of ends have been brilliant by both leads. Just a reminder, everyone, that the over 40s qualifying entries are open. Not sure of venues yet. EOIs are out as well, but yeah, over 40s. If you're between 40 and 59, that's me as well, by the way. Get into that for the pairs. I haven't spoken to my usual partner yet, Jason, to see. I think he still qualifies. He's not that much older than me. We'll see if we can get him in there as well. We'll probably play either Warilla or Marimbula. If they put the EOIs in again, we'll see how we go. Leonard, he's been there or thereabouts, uncharacteristically not right on the jack. That Rio one, a really important bowl though. Yeah, heavy shot. That one's in the hole. Oh, aggro. Stand and deliver, buddy. What a shot. Takes out that back one and sits. Probably holding 2 now. Zone 14, I'd say. Maybe 3. That one's a lot shorter. Spooked, I think. Running into the ditch last time. Came short. Guys on YouTube, thank you for all your comments and your support. Thank you very much. I am glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad I get to continue broadcasting this stuff despite you, Facebook being completely stupid. So work to do for the skippers. It's well set up in the head. We'll see what moves around. Out wide on that, on the ditch side. I'm not that close to the ditch as you can see. I've got plenty of room there for my camera to sit, but that's going in the hole as well. And it comes, needs a clear runner on the front. Oh, he's got that clear run nearly to the jack. A little touch, actually. And laid down. So the question now, what has Stephen Gary got to fix this one up? This one turning, wants to hook a lot from there. I don't think it will. Pretty close, very good shot, really good attempt. And Rod Farmer will just follow him down by the looks, yep. There's a left-hander as well, I've just noticed. So that's his backhand. There it is. Just, nearly the identical ball was last. So close. So very, very close. 1 to zone 13. Really? It didn't look like that to me at all, but there you go. Takes them to 4. Takes the ends to 10. Nearly halfway there. 4 to 10. After 10. And as I said, they're 6 shots behind now. That's a little better than it has been. Long ends have seemed to be working for them, so that's where they've gone once more. And there it is. Very long end. What a great lead bowl. What a great start. Mark Willie. I think he's had the better of the lead battle at the moment. To this point of the game, to the halfway mark. I should update the other scores, should know while we're going. The big board says 29-16. That is quite an improvement. They were 19 shots down at one point. 13 now. Zone 13, that is. After 31 ends. So once again, nearly halfway there. 63 ends is what we're hunting for at the end of this game. And whoever's ahead at that point will be the winner of the game. And it's all sectional play. And I've spoken already who's had the 2 wins. We did that earlier, which was great. So let's have a look at where the scores are coming from. So 11-8 after 10. Zone 13 coming back there as well on the far rink. And that's Roper versus Brims. In the middle, 8-4 after 10. And there as well. So, Zone 13 all of a sudden finding their range, finding their rhythm. And coming back in. And we are, as I said, 29-16 after 31. A late start's better than no start, I guess. Around the grounds hasn't changed much. Interesting that Zone 6 versus Zone 4, 22 to 6. Hasn't changed their ends for a fair while. That's another brilliant shot. Goodness me. Yeah, 22 to 6. It's only on end 9, so I don't know what's happened over there. That's over at Dundas. Zone 1, Zone 7, 18, 22 shots between them. And you'll see those scores scrolling around the top left of the screen. Every 7 seconds they change over, so you never lose track. There's a bit of a target there at the back, isn't there? It's a place to be. In between those two bowls, a little split. If not, you're just trying to build or get one back. Yeah, Paul Johnson, you're not wrong. I like the close games too. We like them better. It looked like it was not going to be the start, but look at this bowl here. That's fantastic shooting. Trouble building for Zone 14. Yeah, close games are right. That's exactly what we want. And they're up for the challenge. They're very, very good bowlers. Oh, this has got good weight on it. Good weight indeed. Leonard, a touch on that blue bowl, punching Jack out into the open would have been very interesting. Still a big target. They'll still be trying to play that shot. one very, very short. What's this one got? Here he comes. He's played a couple of really good shots. And the hit, the movement, and laid down. He may have cut one out. Not entirely sure. But that's a very good shot by Agro. Underneath that outside one's what he wants. Onto that was not what he wanted. Oh, it kept rolling. One little extra roll he just moved. He was very lucky. I thought he was going to give the shot completely away then. Oh, goodness. Just there, please, is the call. And around that one goes, and in the drink. Where are we? Where is he going to play? Left-hander. No, he's not. He's a right-hander. My apologies. I was looking at someone else. Yeah, playing in. Wants to get to that back blue, I'd suggest. I don't know. Hard to see. No, he's not quite there. Just the weight tricking him a bit. Wants to play pretty precise. Noise coming from the balcony outside. It's a great place to be this afternoon, I can tell you that. Now, this is a very close shot. Moves that away. Did he sit for the shot? He did. What a bowl. That's the skipper, Rodney Farmer. He's been doing it all day. He's been absolutely deadly. Absolutely deadly. Amazing. Stephen Gary looks pretty narrow. Going to pump up Leonard. Oh, he's kicked Jack across. I tell you what, he's done that pretty well. Jeez, he may have made a few. What's the call? Yeah, 3 probably by the look of things from Agro. There's that mighty left hand. Round it comes, and all the way to the back. Very close. So this is a multiple to zone 13. Not going to move anything until he gets the permission, of course. There's 2. Out will come the tape, and this is a big measure. That's the closest of the zone 14 bowls at the back. Left is there's 3. Not that one. 3. Wow. Getting zone 13 well back in it. $7.10 after 11 now here on this rink. I'll update the other scoreboards shortly. Long ends are really working. The change has come. Zone 13 is storming back. And just watching the big board tick over now. We have 22-32. Oh, that's wrong. It's 22-34, apologies. Another update just went up after 36 ends. So the comeback on this rink not being reflected necessarily elsewhere. Still 12 shots between them. They are creeping up. Well over halfway now. And I'll have a look at what else is there. So 13 on the far rink, 13-11 maybe? Must be. It's hard to see with the players standing right in the way, of course. So that's nice and tight as well. After 13 ends, the middle rink, 4-11 after 12. And 10-7 here, of course. Oh, geez, he's done it again. Is that Mark Willie? Look at him just resting on the jack once again. Everything else a fair way back. This is an important bowl now. My ends don't add up, do they? 1, 2, 3, 33. I'm missing 3 ends somewhere. Let's see if we can find them. $13. $10, 7, 11. You can't see that scoreboard anymore. Brilliant. 11, 13 after 13. There they are. So I'll just update that. That's how it stands at the moment. I think that middle one's wrong. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Maybe it does. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. As soon as I can see it, I'll let you know. One of the blokes just standing there right in front of the scoreboard. Not his fault, of course. He's allowed to. It's 11-4. There we are. Good. Everything's stable. Maybe dropping Facebook wasn't a bad thing. Jack high. Leonard's done it again. Nailed the jack. Dragged it back to himself. That's brilliant. Just brilliant bowling. Agro, looking to match that one up. It's come through well. He's got 2 in there. One, maybe. No, it's just the one that just dropped out, didn't it? Where do we go from here? Here we go. Looking for the shot through the middle. Not quite. Landed in front. So where do we go from here? Oh, he's out wide. Not happy with himself either. Yeah, they're all having a chat. A good one at that. It's a good one to have a chat about. He's taking the time to cross. Had a good chat. Had a good look. Lining up backhand. Once again, sorry for the silences, guys. Just Facebook sending me messages. It's a bit frustrating in here at the moment, as you can imagine. Lost half our viewers. And some people who aren't getting onto YouTube aren't able to watch their favourite players or their teammates and their friends, and it's pretty disappointing. I've got a responsibility here to get this done, and for something like that to happen is very annoying. That's a bit narrow, a little bit skinny. That maroon bowl there of Leonard still well and truly holding. It's probably only one though. Yeah, Rod was looking, I think, to cross and take out that blue one for a good multiple, but look, it's not that risky. You can play it under, and he's got, with the right weight, he's got that shot very much on. This one's going to kick across. Oh, hasn't made it 2. That shot's still there for a big multiple. Rod Farmer, he was very close, didn't want the jack. Oh, good miss. I'm just going to hand you over to Andrew for a second. I'm going for a comfort break.
So one shot to zone 14. $13. Just a little discussion about what length to take on now. Jack around about where the skipper wanted it. Pretty good start.
So Michael Howard, after a great opening bowl. Second one, well, he's put the second one jack high. Probably would have preferred to be same grass as his previous and another foot or so of weight. Does open the chance for Mark Willie. Just to play up to those two. Be happy to get a little run off his own, push it up. Well, it's got a reasonable result. Still a chance there for zone 14. Just to play that backhand side. Look for a little toucher. Just get that jack slightly off the centre line. Take that shot away from zone 13. Leonard Bradley. Well, it's not too bad. It's probably just a little bit quick for that shot. Zone 13 can still have Peter Davies play that backhand. Slightly overplay down to their own bowl. Little toucher or get the rub off that outside orange bowl. Really just looking to just arrive to the head. Good confident draw, really. Just slightly under the weight, that the grass line, that weight would have been really good to turn their own bowl onto the shot. So zone 14, Leonard Bradley, he really wants just a little bit more grass, a little bit less weight than his previous effort. Rod Farmer's interested in this one. Just not going to quite get that roll out of it. So no change for either team here. Still a chance for Peter Davies. Play the backhand down. Just looking to get one in the head, but a chance to score here. Just arrive. Pretty well pointed. Just going to slide through the hole. Not a bad home though. In the trailing area, so to speak. Aggro now. Peter O'Connell. Just aggro's not quite sent that one, so up to Stuart Murray Pryor now. Do think the orange bowl at the back still shot one for zone 14, but he's just under the line as well. Turns their own up a little bit, sits on the line, doesn't really hurt their shot. Rod Farmer just wants aggro to arrive to his own teammate's jack high bowl, flopping off it. As long as he gets around zone 13's bowls, it's all right, but he's just going to fade underneath. The weight was very good. Well, there's two opportunities here for zone 13. Arriving on that backhand just to turn their own over, or they could even rumble up on the forehand through their own bowls. Do like this one better though. Chance just to turn those up. Oh, and it's just shot it straight through the head. Forehand rumble probably not on the angles now. So zone 14, they'll be looking for the backhand draw just to get down to that jack. Peter O'Connell, of course, no stranger to this area, was the bowls coordinator at Carlingford for a number of years. Just up the road. Rod Farmer, play his forehand, being a left-hander. Just wants to get down to the jack, and of course, all we can see is a back.
Thanks, guys.
Wasn't too badly directed. Steve Gary, I think he's one down, so he just wants to arrive. Rod Farmer's bowl doesn't make it any easier for him. Does just slightly block that hand. If he's tied onto it, he can turn it in. And you'll see aggro there. He's calling that shot through just to draw down, touch the jack back to their own. Just like the annoying Muppet on the TV, aggro's going to sit on the centre line. And it's a great effort from Rod Farmer. Well, it's zone 13 a holding here. They'd be tempted just to put this one in the pocket, I think. Although they do need to score. He's on the way down the aggros. Remembered the camera.
He waved at it too.
And if anyone's wondering why he's called aggro, because he looked like the little puppet on the TV.
That's exactly it.
Anyway, Benny's had his little comfort stop. I'll give him back to you.
Thank you, Andrew. And thanks, Andrew Lynn, the wonderful Andrew Lynn, my mate and colleague. Huh? No worries. I'll check the scoreboards in a sec, make sure we're in the right spot, and update everyone as to exactly what's going on. You can see the skipper there just standing exactly where he wants the jack. Take charge again. Get away from these long ends. $7.12 on 13 here. Next door, 11-8 after 13. So a big score's gone on to zone 13 there. And the next one, it's tough to see, but it says 15 on one side. I'll do some math in a second and completely update you. The big board, 38-26. Wow, that's a change. It's still 12 shots between them. 40 ends complete. 13 ends to go in total. That's a good shot too. It's a bit shorter. So just another score to go on there. I'll sort that out in a second. Let's do some math. 15-26, no, that's the correct score, correct weight, and welcome back to the commentary, Brett Hughes.
Thank you, Benny. Just had to slip away for a quick Zoom meeting, but glad to be back. We've still got the trouble with Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook still sucks.
Anyway, we've got the YouTubers here, so
yep, YouTube's good enough.
At least we can keep them entertained. So, geez, it's been a bit of a comeback since I've... yeah, right.
They're creeping back, mate.
Good to see. Oh, Lenny's still putting one in there.
Oh, he's doing so well. Setting up really well for Zone 14, but yeah, Zone 13, probably the difference, Mark Willie has just... His game's lifted. They got the mat back. I'll have to move that across, sorry. They got the mat back, started going long, and it just worked for them.
Beautiful.
Still ahead on all three rinks as Zone 14, but not by as much as they were. 12 shots between them on the big board, 40 ends down.
I think you remember that end, Benny, when it was about 11-2 or 10-2, and they held one, and I was thinking, should Gary put it in his pocket, or he played the bowl, because they need to change the length, but obviously, as you said, the change of lengths really helped them.
Yep. Leonard skipping forward on the mat as he does. Playing the other hand. This looks pretty good there.
Is he up?
Oh, he's past those front ones, maybe.
Good shot.
And the afternoon crowd's starting to pour in, mate.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get a decent crowd here throughout the week, I think. Benny?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a good place to be. Part of a good, well-centred right in Northmead here. Good place to be.
He's played this a little bit more direct. He just needs to hold.
Orange one will help. Oh, I laid it forward.
He was just a couple of bowls tight.
The opposite of that, did not want the orange one. My apologies. The other way around.
Yeah. Yes, he was probably 2 bowls off a perfect shot.
There we go. Well done, Gus. Sorry, Willie pronounced Wiley. There you go. That's from East Lakes. I'll remember that. Any chance of panning over the middle rink? Not at this point. We have to stick to the one rink, and then we'll have a look across later on. Arsenal Dragon saying he used to play darts here about 20 years ago. And Mick DeBono, great man, aggro, played at NBC the early 2000s, as you said earlier, Cyril. Helped a lot of us new bowlers in his time and knowledge of the game. Never shied away playing with new bowlers. Good man, we like that. No, and the second's known as John Bradley. Doesn't go by Leonard. No, I'm just calling it straight out of BowlsLink there, but yep, righto, we'll call him John. Thank you for that.
Okay. Yeah, Mick DeBano, I think aggro was one of his favourites because it was the only bloke he was taller than. So they're about the same height. So Mick used to love aggro because it was the only one he was taller than. And Aggies put the ball down here.
It's quite a cluster in the front there, isn't it?
Got to get down. Yeah.
Yeah. Be tempted to say, oh, he's up. So up and protecting his shot's not a bad thing, just drawing around's okay. If you're the opposition, you'd be tempted just to crack that right open, give yourself a chance. At the moment, there's nothing there. I reckon I'd have said to my third, just break this open, give us a spot, give us something to aim at.
You can see as the sun goes down too, Benny, you'll see the shade coming across the greens. That will slow it down a little bit too. So,
yes, you'll see it now. It's starting to get towards sunset. Those big trees over there, shade across the green. Shadows are lengthening. It's quite a pretty shot, actually, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Actually, just shows how dirty that lens is, to be honest. Had a lot of use of our equipment over the last couple of months. I'm looking forward to getting it back and giving it a good clean out and
certainly have.
And a service into this tournament.
Has he got the weight?
No, I don't think he has. Zone 13 lads creating a nice wall there. Be hard pressed to put a soccer ball past him.
So we're just trying to get back to that back bowl, I think. Flopping off that, he could be a chance.
Oh.
He's a chance.
Oh. I don't know, he rolled that orange one back and sat, but I don't know how close that front one is.
Well, he looks to have better weight.
Well, I was going to say, he won't be short this time, no way. He's too good a bowler for that. Oh, punch jack sideways slightly.
Still won the zone 13, I think.
Yep. One to come. Bit open on that other hand now. There's a dead draw under that purple on the top right. I'm still asking him to come that way. I don't know. I see it the other way personally in a dead draw, but there might be something there that I'm not seeing. It is still absolutely spectacular out here for bowls. As the skip runs back to the mat, you see how long the shadows are getting.
Yep.
Is he there yet? Not yet. He's put it out there, giving it some width.
It'll still come back. It'll still turn on his screen, I'll tell you now. It's just
Hook and they have been.
Oh, it's a great effort by Gary.
Very close. So that's one to zone 13. Another one. We keep just creeping back.
Yeah, and Wiley, is it?
Wiley now, yeah.
Wiley. I really like calling him Willie.
So did I. It's all right. That's what the internet's for, and our viewers are for, to tell us where we're going wrong. And they have gone very long again. He doesn't want to know it's gone. It's gone into the hole. That's a shame. Does give the impetus back to zone 14. Oh, gosh. All right. So some of you may have noticed that the scores on the top left have just been knocked over. I'll bring them back as soon as I can. That's Google this time.
Frustrating day, Benny.
Enormously. think I've got good bowls and good company to keep my spirits up. Otherwise, I'd be throwing things at the walls, I think.
Yeah. Oh, well, the only way's up, mate. So, as we said, we've got a week of bowls.
Yeah.
Start of the seniors, and we move on to the Open. So, make the most of this glorious weather. It's a cracking day. Not a bad start by Wiley. Howard follows him down on the same hand and
bouncing onto Jack will do.
just rub off him. Ooh,
If you can do it, that's how you do it. Yep.
Yeah. The old fall against the bias.
Yeah, turtle.
Still plenty of room there.
Thanks to the guys at Club East Lakes Bowling Club. Good confidence. Love you. And we're glad to bring it to you. Proud to bring it to you. Bowls New South Wales covering the Interzone Championships, Senior Interzone. All our selectors out here at the moment having a look around, seeing who they can pick for their state teams. A few spots potentially on offer. As I said, some fringe players out there, some players that have just dropped out of the squad that want to get back in. Everyone playing at their very best at the moment, putting on a show so that we can get a strongest state team possible. There's apparently a test series coming up. Can't remember, somewhere up north.
Fair start by Peter Davies. He's got one just behind. His line's spot on. He can adjust from that. Important to get one behind the head, though, as the Wiley's bowls are just short of the jack, so handy to have it behind.
We have to update the big board, but the scoreboard turn is just standing in the way. I can see that it's 44 ends down. In this race to 63, so less than 20 ends to go between all three rinks.
Ooh, he's adjusted his weight, but too much.
It's a little overcorrection. This is 29.41. That makes sense. Still 12 shots between them, maintaining their distance a little bit here. 14. 8-12 after 14 on this rink. Well, this looks pacey enough.
He's going to go under, is he? He's got a bit of it.
Oh,
that's handy.
Exposes Jack.
He may have also got second wood out of that, Benny.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yep, definitely.
So he's going to turn him over here, getting to play a little bit more positive.
Yep, run through a little.
Yep.
I'm just going to drop this blind that sun is coming through this afternoon. You can get all of it. Let's try that again.
He's got the front bowl, probably the one he didn't want, but Pete's bowl, but gives him another bowl behind.
$15.13 on the far rink. It's very close there. 2 shots in it. That's after 16 ends. Going through. We have had a dead end on this one.
Aggie runs into the bowl of John. I think that'll be second shot.
$9.14 after 15 next door. We're still on the 14th end. Here's another one to go on the big board. Once again, that scorer just standing right in the way. Not his fault. He doesn't know what I'm doing. Didn't go and brief the board attendants. Yeah, he's just indicating he just wants to hit that, just on an angle to move it through. Got a serious look on his face, Stephen Gary.
I don't mind that shot because he's got Wiley's 2 bowls to knock in, so he can play that confident weight down there, knowing that if he's a bit wide, he's got Wiley's bowls to punch through. I think the key is to play it confident, because if you try and play it too delicate, you will cut.
Yeah, he's got to be through. Definitely needs to be through.
Just play a big positive weight here.
Oh, he's close. Look at this.
Bit of both.
He's going to hit it beautifully.
Oh, good shot.
Smashed that orange one enough to break up the back a bit too. Space in there now. Who's that? That's John, or the guy I was calling Leonard. Holding there, isn't he?
That's the one. It's a fair effort here too.
Oh, pacey, I think. Yeah.
Good call, Benny. You've called a couple of games, have you?
And dream about them.
Yeah.
So that's the proper score now. 11 shots between them after the 45th end.
It's a shot for Gary down here to sit the Brown out and make 2, or if he's a bit wide, to push the bowls of Wiley through for shot. So I think he'd be looking down there with a yard of weight. That's what I think he'd be playing.
Yep, that's a good call as well. Looks like what he's done.
So he needs to get it fat. Well, he's got it too fat, I think.
Oh, yeah, didn't quite pull up, did it? And he stopped too quickly at the front. You're right, just a little bit fat. Needed the outer edge. He got it right in the middle.
Yeah, good shot.
Oh, great attempt. He's, third of a bowl difference.
Don't mind the line here, or down to the weight.
Caution. Oh, that's Agro's bowl, isn't it? Yeah,
Yep.
Well done.
Shot by Farmer. Definitely 2.
Definitely 2, yep. 2 fingers went up straight away. So, zone 14. Keep on keeping on. Keep hanging on to that lead. (14-8) after 15 on this rink. I'm going to have a look at the ladder in a second to see exactly what it means. I know Zone 13 lost their last game. Zone 14 having a really good game. Clinging on to what seems to be it's more than 10, and has been more than 10 the whole time. Matt Harris, I agree. Very little reason we can't be using live scores. We just haven't done it for this. I think we should be live scoring as well. BowlsLink is ready to go for it. And I'd love to see us using that more often. I'm going to try to talk to the boys and see if we get it done for the interzone, for the open interzone. It's such a good service.
Pretty good start by Howard.
All right. Scores on the top left should start rotating again shortly. We do have a couple of updates there, which is nice. Zone 7 up 39-35 of Zone 1 now, which is nice for me.
Well, Zone 5, Benny.
Yeah.
Is that a big comeback?
Well, Zone 2, 40-35. Yeah, I think they were down a mile.
Yeah.
But have definitely shot back. That's great. Rod Green saying it is Willie, not Wiley.
I've always called him Willie, and
Yeah, all right.
he hasn't
Let's go back to Willie.
picked me up on it, so
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's spelt that way.
when we call him Willie, he bowls better than when we call him Wiley, so...
And the other question is, where are these guys from? So, Zone 14 is from the North Coast, not the far North Coast. So you're talking Hats Head, Maxville, Sawtell, North Haven, Lake Cat-Eye, Woolgoolga, and all that. Zone 13, of course, is Sydney City and South, so out to the east. And down the coast a bit and a little bit inland as well.
Yep, so it goes down to Engadine. And obviously takes in the eastern suburbs, so out to Clovelly, Bondi,
That's it.
out that way.
Yeah, Cronulla, Diamond Bay, which is a really good fun club. I like that place. Coogee, Matraville, Olds Park, Ramsgate, Sylvania, Tarrant Point, of course. Where Simon Little's from the What a Load of Bowls podcast.
Yep.
Bless him. Waverley. And Vic Barracks. Have you ever been in touch with Vic Barracks?
I have, but I can't get through the front gate.
Really? See, back when I could get through the front gate,
Yeah.
I could never get a phone call from them. So I wanted to visit them so many times because it's...
I'll have a look, yeah.
Yeah, I'm being ex-military, I can actually walk in with a veteran card and get signed in, but yeah.
One thing I can tell you, Benny, the Zone 13, it's a real powerhouse with the big clubs like your Tarrant Points and your Engadines. And
Yep.
I think this would be the first year that I think you could safely say that
Grandviews.
Engadine and Tarrant Point didn't feature winning one of the pennant flags.
Yeah,
this year.
indeed, yeah.
Which is, look, the credit to both Engadine and Tarrant Point with what they've been able to do for so many years. But it just shows you now how the zone is picking up in a bit of strength.
Even, it's a powerhouse zone.
Yeah, it was good to see. It was a cracking game in the twos out there on the weekend with Double Bay just getting their nose in front of Engadine. A really good final, and with Waverley winning the threes, and the fours going to Moorfield, the fives to the mighty Hillsdale Hornets.
Just had to mention that. That's a great shot. High fives all around for that one.
Yeah.
Another club in there, Leichhardt, was one of my favourite clubs.
They won the Sixers.
I love that place.
Yeah.
What a great club.
Yep, they won the Sixers, and Sevens went to Moorfield as well. So we'll share it around.
Yeah, it's a good list of clubs in there. Used to be in my region when I was the RBM, Southern Sydney and Illawarra. So yeah, all of those clubs actually were pretty much, I think. Yep, all of those were in my zone. So I've been to, well, except for Ashfield. I never got to Ashfield either. Not officially, but I've been there.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to every single one of those clubs and been all around that region. Love the place. What's the other one? Waverley. Have you been to Waverley lately?
I have.
Yeah, how good is it?
The new facilities, yeah. They've really... We played a trial against Rick Roper and Dan and the boys, and they've recently done a roll back the clock program there as well.
Did they really? Yeah, good on them. Excellent. That's a Bowls Australia resource you can jump onto as well.
So it's looking like it could possibly be...
Oh, multiple at the moment. It's zone 13, I'd say. So Jack's just in front of that blue and white ball at the front. I can just see its shadow. This is going to miss. Yep. It's going for the clunk.
Desperately need a score here, the zone 13 team.
Yeah, it's starting to... They're creeping back, or they're holding tight at about 11 and 12 between them, but they're starting to run out of ends. This is where they need to start kicking on. That's a fair bowl.
Close.
If you can do it again. Big, mighty left hand. He's had an enormous game, Rod Farmer.
He's closer.
Yep.
There's a hole.
Oh, he's got the jack as well. How far over is it going? Here's the question. Let's see if I can see it. It's pretty close to out. If that outside peg is right on the line.
It's in, I think, Benny.
Yeah, I reckon too. Not by much.
Which means John would have the shot.
Let's see what they say. He's got to play a bowl to come anyway. Stephen Gary. And a mile of room to get into. He just needs to be inside the rink pretty much. And he is. He's crossed inside the jack. So
the shot.
That's number one. Didn't need to be precise, just needed to be beating the other ones. Yeah, one. Well, big bowl by Rod Farmer. Well matched up, Mr. Gary. And I put that score on the wrong side. That's all right. I can fix that immediately. 14-9 after 16 on this rink. I'll push that, and then I'll start checking and making sure that I got it all right for everyone. I don't like leading anyone astray.
So Willie again playing a bit of a longer end.
Yeah, lost the jack coming this way the last time. I did well to keep that one on the rink. Well, we got 34-46 is the big board count at the moment by the looks. Yeah, 49 ends. Oh, 34-44. So,
good.
10 shots.
Pretty good start here, Benny.
He goes all right, doesn't he? Their best player without a shadow of a doubt, by the way. He's had a ripper of a game. So another couple actually just jumped onto the zone 13 side. So it's 36-44, 8 shots, and that's the lowest it's been since about the 4th or 5th end.
Yep, 13 ends to go, so they're well in it.
So I'll just jump around and see 15-16 on the far rink. That's what I'm... Wow, wait. That's only one shot now. That was a real kick away by Brims, but it's come back to pretty close. They're not far away from finishing, actually. They're on their 18th. On their 19th end, they have completed 18. Next door, I can't see because that bloke's put himself right there and left himself there, so I never get to see it. It's like 11-14, but God knows. Let's say 16 ends. Well, he's won another one. Doing very well. 14-11 after 16 on the middle rink. 14-9 after 16 on our rink. 16-15 after 18 on the far rink. 36-44 after 50. 13 ends to go. And Zone 13 have got some work to do. All three rinks.
You can see the selector there, Neville Hessian, on the sideline. He's looking a little bit nervous.
Just there. There he is. Yeah, I'll get that right. 11-14 after 16. Very good.
Come on, Nev, give us a smile, mate. It's not that bad.
Oh, look at John. Little touch. Oh, I didn't quite sit with it. Very good.
Good bowling, Johnny.
Mark Cross asking who won the grade 1 in Zone 13.
We all know that, Crossy. The mighty, mighty Grandviews.
The crocodiles, the alligators, whatever they call themselves.
Yes.
Dave Ellis part of that team, was he?
Dave Ellis was.
There you
Yes.
go. Junior.
It's a pretty good grade 1 side, actually. Crossy's over there now. Mark Crossy's a very good player, along with Bernie Melville. And obviously the Jeffrey brothers, Adam and Damo.
Yeah, it's a strong club.
It is, yeah. No, plenty of good players, and yeah.
Yeah, hosted the I can't remember, over 40s or something last year, over 40 pairs. That was we live scored that one, our first time in Bowls, New South Wales, doing that. That's something I think we need to do more often.
Yeah, I think probably some of the best greens over there too. I've seen in Grandviews, lovely.
Don't forget around there, if you're from a zone or a district or a region coming up, that all of your games can be live scored. There is absolutely no reason that you can't use the live scoring app for your games. That bowl just jumped out of the way and changed its angle. Wow. Yeah, live score, go for it. Get your phones on the green, teach people how to use them. I'm happy to teach people, I don't mind. Give me a call, I'll come round and show everyone how to do stuff. Drop me an email, bowlslink@bowlsnewsouthwales.com.au, and I'll arrange for a chat and a lesson, and we'll get on with it. We'll jump our way into modernity, because it's not the future. It's now. It's happening, and it's real.
Agro on a good track here.
Yeah, I was
down to his
say
weight.
that too. Agro's just going to be a bit... Oh, no, I'm wrong. Look at this with a little slider. He's crept up to it. Don't think he's holding the shot there, but is one to zone 14. Some waving and carry on over there. Next door, I don't know what's going on. Something to do with the scores by the looks. So I'll just keep a track. Oh no, he's just asking for his jumper. Must be getting a bit chilly in the shade.
Would be.
Yeah. Cool down pretty quickly this time of year, and especially with the clear sky and the high pressure system that's sitting over the top of us right now.
Yep.
That's what I was talking about. That man there just getting his vest. And there's the big board, 44.36 after 50. You guys just remember about the camera. I love it. Some of these, especially in the seniors, some of the guys move faster than they've ever moved in their lives. They realise they're standing in front and they jump like they've been shot.
They do.
They bolt out of the way.
It's easy to forget.
Oh, yeah.
When you're out there,
So
especially if you
never
don't
blame them.
play there often, and if you're not in the finals or...
Even what you see at the senior level, Cabra are bad at it. They in the ones they did it in platinum. Actually, not so bad in platinum because we had the different producers, but in the grade 1 pennants, when the game got intense, they were hugging around the thing. And like I said, I don't blame them. They're intent on the game. Is what it is.
Great looking bowl here.
Yeah, quick.
It's not a bad spot though, Benny.
Yeah, it's a handy spot. Anything back at this point here is going to be pretty nice.
Is he down under the wide or not?
Yep.
Chance.
Oh, it just hooked. See a late turn, just got him. That's pretty good.
Great effort. So do you think it's 1-2-14 at the moment?
Yeah, I still think nothing's changed. And Rod Farmer, when he had his chance, this one's close. This one's close, ladies and gentlemen. That's a brilliant draw bowl around the front. Sit right next to Jack. He's just going to pick the Jack up. And what's the signal? 2.
Must be 2.
2 to 14. Wow. What a brilliant shot, Rod Farmer. He's been doing that almost the whole time.
Geez, I just seen one of the scores past Benny. Zone 10 look like they're well down.
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, 55-44, so 11 between them. 14 and 13, obviously, here's a bigger one. Zone 2, 47-38 over Zone 5. Zone 8 and Zone 11, there's one shot between them. I'm actually pointing at the wrong sticks. There's these ones, that's
correct.
the ends here.
Yeah, 55-30.
Yeah, 44-36. 44-38, 2 and 5. Zone 11 up over Zone 8 by 3. Zone 16 from the Illawarra, 55-30 over Zone 10. Zone 1, 40-48 down to Zone 7. That's a turnaround as well, by the way. Zone 3 up 45-32 over Zone 9. Zone 12 down 32-60.
32-60.
Down to Zone 15.
Wow.
I realised why this camera wasn't working because I had the wrong one selected. That's better. There we are.
Well, Zone 3, yeah, a couple of really good games there.
Yeah, some interesting results, isn't it? And I'll have a look at the ladder in a sec and see if we can figure out exactly what it's going to mean. I mean, it's going to be a bit complex without looking at this. So Zone 14 now on 46. Zone 13, I get the feeling it's going to go to 39. Just waiting. I'll wait till he turns it over. He's just holding it right now. And look at Willie go again. He's just going to sneak in there, right on the spot.
Brilliant bowling
That's
by
brilliant by Willie. 40, in fact. Oh, boy. 40 to 46 after 54. Zone 13 well and truly on their way back. They needed to be, and that's what they're doing. 16 all on 19 on the far rink is one of the big turnarounds. Yeah, up and back on that. They're coming right to the business end. Middle, 14 all. Oh, goodness me, this is how it's happening. On 17, they were 8-1, both of them. 8-1 up.
Yeah.
And then this rink, 14-9 on 16. It's... Oh, I hit the wrong button and make sure I got my score right here. No, it's 16-10 I've actually got. So the shots between them are here, right on this rink, with 4 ends to go. Zone 13 on this rink need to pick it up. Oh, John, close.
Wow. So it's a game of millimetres.
Not wrong. Tell you what, Zone 13 keep picking up on those other 2 rinks, and these guys here hold on. And what have they got left? 2 rinks on the 2 ends left on the far rink. 4 in the middle, 4 here. And all of a sudden, a game that I thought was going to be, honestly, a flogging has turned on its head. Well, rolling that a little closer doesn't hurt.
No.
Where were we? Ladders. So, where are we? Zone 14. Neither of these teams have a win. So this is big. You know, they can still jump in. One of Zone 2 or Zone 5 is going to get beaten and sit there on even points. So it's a big deal and a big game. If I go into here, Zone 2 and Zone 5 right now, 44-38. There's 6 between them as well. Zone 2 on top. And they're on top of that ladder as well with a pretty decent score difference over Zone 13, by the way. So that's interesting.
Yeah, Zone 13 did play Zone 2
Yep.
in the first game. So
Here we go. This is close.
These just roll on a bit.
Oh, it stopped in there. It's not far off. I don't know if it's second shot or third shot even. Section 2. Zone 10 and Zone 16 going out at the moment. 55-30, Zone 16 are up. So that probably, well, that will rocket them to the top of that. And the other game is 11 and 8, which top versus bottom. Was Zone 11 winning that?
Yes.
Yeah, close, but yeah, look, Zone 11 and Zone 16 likely to be the very top of that one, and with 2 wins each by the end of this section. Here we go. He's happy with that one. Yeah, brilliant bowl. Zone 13 on this one. They could be, well, they're holding 3, potentially 4.
Big hand.
Whew.
Yeah, that's a bit of surprise, that section, Benny. Zone 10 have been up the top of the seniors for a long time, won a few titles, or was chairman of selectors there for a while, but they won 2 out of their 3 games last year in the seniors. But, Zone 8's a good team, and yeah.
Well, it's interesting, Zone 7 and Zone 1 going out at the moment. Zone 1 on top of the ladder. Zone 7 third with a loss to Zone 6 are now winning.
Yes.
That one with a good chance of leaping over Zone 6, who are within 5 shots. They're 5 shots up on Zone 4. So only one section 3. And Zone 15.
He looks to be just a fraction tidy, Benny, so he's crashed. So there's a chance here for Zone 13.
Yeah, well, it's almost free kicks. He doesn't need to do much. He knows he needs a score. That's the important thing. He doesn't need cover. He needs bowls in the head.
Jeez, I don't know why he's playing the backhand, but
he's
there, I'm not.
I don't think that's where I'd put it either, but unless he's running to the back. But that wide, I don't think he is. Oh, it's stopped. That's not going to look, sorry to be harsh, that's a nothing bowl at an important stage of the match. So in the final section, 15 and 12 at the moment. 15's a mile up, and they'll just continue at the top of the ladder and get their score difference up as well. 9 and 3. Zone 3's winning, and Zone 3's at the bottom of the ladder. So 15 with their putting their best foot forward there and likely to kick its butt. Here we go, Rodney.
Better line.
He's really close.
Better line.
Jack. Oh
my God!
He's got a little touch on Willie's bowl at the front. and ran through and just didn't get the result, but boy, what an effort. Rod Farmer, that was close. Jason Pinnock on the line, mate. Go zone 1.
Hey, Jace, how are you, mate?
Good on you, Jason. 40-48 there. Go zone 1. Go zone 7. Stuff your Pinnock.
I believe he's coming down a little bit early to go out to the footy. He's a mad Sharky supporter.
Ah, righto. That makes sense.
It's at Para Stadium, I think, on might be Thursday or Friday night, one of the two.
Good on him. Wouldn't get to see much of it up there in Ballon area.
No. So Gary, he's going to try and thread the needle here underneath the white, if he can.
It's a pretty open shot, to be honest.
Oh, he's not there.
Well, yeah, just need to beat that front one, didn't he? Oof. All right. This is going to be a count. Let's have a look. 1, 2. Good call. Straight for the measure.
Jeez, it's, 3 here makes it interesting.
I'm half thinking 4 still, believe it or not. I could be wrong looking at this next camera angle, but...
No.
Three. I think he indicated he's quick on his fingers, isn't he? No idea, but the scoreboard will tell us all about it shortly. But well done, zone 13. That does change things heavily. And I've lost that goddamn score again.
Skipper's called him up. He wants to have a chat with the team.
I don't hate that. You see the good teams do it.
It's important to get everyone involved. Everyone's in the game, and you know, they've got to talk a bit of tactics here. It's getting pretty tight. Still 14 all on that middle rink after 17.
That one. All right. So while that's happening, I'll jump through and check all the scores out.
So I think that brings it back to 3 the diff, Benny.
42-46 apparently.
Oh, it was only 2, was it?
Must have been 2, yeah. Look 3 all the way. Oh, hang on. He's adjusting it now. It's 45-46, mate.
Well, there must have been something on the other rink.
Yeah, 45-46. 56 ends. This will go down to the wire. Unbelievable. We did not pick this.
It's never over in a game of bowls.
Well, I'll tell you why. Zone 13, now 19-16 up on the 20th end. Roper brims.
Well, I'll tell you, Willie's been unbelievable on this ring. And have a look again.
Absolutely killing it.
But you're right, Benny. I think it was 8-1 at one stage.
All
and,
3 were, I'm pretty sure. Chaos. Madness. 12-16. That was a 2. On 18.
This has been the big difference, I think. Howard was really on fire early in the game and had a big hold, and Willie was with him, but Howard just dropped off a little bit, and yeah, Willie's picked right up. So
I'm staggered by this. They were so far down. The big board was ridiculous. 1 shot in it.
And look at this comeback. It'll come back. You put it out there and it'll come back. 2 really good shots by Willie.
Looks like I've lost. What?
John's put it out there. Oh no, it's Howard again. Sorry. Good correction. It's a great correction. A lovely shot there by Howard.
Yeah. Very good correction, and probably the best bowl is, sadly, and I'm not, it sounds like I'm being harsh, probably the best bowl he's put down a few ends. Just having a bit of a dead spot. He's got better. Correcting well.
Yeah. Geez, Pete'd love to have that bowl over again.
Mm-hmm.
But he has got another one.
Staggered by that outside rink, 19-16. They were so far down. Then to come back like that is a remarkable effort. I've lost all my scoreboards, haven't I? There they are.
It certainly is against a good outfit.
14-15 now in the middle. I'm going to get these scores up as quick as I can. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. 45-47. 2 shots in it now. 6 ends left between the two teams, between all 3 of the rinks.
Better line here by Peter Davis. Just needs to hold for the brown.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Lovely bowl there. Building up a nice head here, zone 13.
Yeah, once again. Zone 14 at the end of this game, just slipping a little. Oh, I tell you what, if he's through to this, he's going to turn.
Just under. Good effort, Jono.
Yeah, very good. Perfect weight. Spectacular weight.
Greenkeepers look like they've enjoyed the afternoon's bowls there.
Well, they're still out there enjoying it. Yep. Bless them.
Good view. Watching their local guys, the Zone 10 ones on. They'll be here bright and early tomorrow.
Oh boy, will they, yeah. They'll be here before I am. We're starting to get into what photographers call golden hour. If this has weight, and I think it does, all the way to that bowl, and it drops in front of Jack, that's going to make it tough for zone 14 now.
Lovely ball.
Yeah, have a look at this. It's starting to get nice and yellow across there, golden hour.
Isn't it a great view?
It's just, yeah, that's wonderful. Love all the colour.
Picturesque.
Love to see a couple of full greens. I love the sound of a bowling green. It just make me happy. The bowls running into each other, people cheering and yelling and encouraging. It's just great.
Unreal.
If I ever go blind at any point, I'll just get my wife to take me down to the club. I'll sit there and happily just listen in while enjoying a refreshment or two.
So Groves looking with a bit of weight down there.
He's got the positive line. I don't think he's got the positive weight.
He's a bit tight.
Yeah, just not. I don't think he threw it hard enough.
No.
Not for that track, clearly.
There's a shot on here, Benny, but I don't know if they'll play it yet. They might leave it for a little bit, but that orange bowl, a couple of rolls out of that might bring another couple in for zone 13.
I'd get rid of that thing, definitely. You know, they're looking at a board where they're 2 shots down, it should be. Yep, that's what that says. Oh, dear. Well, that exposes it a little more, actually, makes it more of a target.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep, so he's asking for a yard of weight.
He's intent on the game. He's forgotten what's going on.
He's not a mile away,
I tell you what, I think he's going to duck under. But what's he going to touch on the way through is the question.
That weight's perfect.
Nothing. Yep, perfect weight.
So, there's a couple of shots on. This is down to the wire. Some shots here from both skippers. There's a shot here to land the orange to make a few, and then for Farmer, on the other hand, he's got a couple at the back now, so...
Zone 3, zone 14, 13... Haven't they picked up their game? I think it's quite amazing.
It is. I just think Gary needs to try and change the head up here a little bit. Even if he's onto the blue bowl, rolls it onto the jack, he's got Peter just behind. Some options there. So Murray Pryor and Peter have got the 2 bowls just behind. Obviously John just to the right. So a couple of shots on here to roll the blue or to roll out the orange. He's going to play that orange.
Makes sense. It just does. Running out of ends, as we said. These bowls really turn, so don't write it off from there. Once they miss that front one, we're not going to see it. Didn't miss the front one. Jeez. Hit it fairly square, actually.
Yeah.
I think he's got to come down with more pace.
We'll see what this one does. Oh, he's put that fairly wide.
Running for cover?
I think he's looking for the split. I think he's looking for that blue bowl. But look, if I'm Gary here, I'm playing this shot. I think it's worth 3 or 4.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one.
He's got Peter Davies coming in. So if he is a bit wide, he's got a bit of protection there. He's got Pete. He's played a more positive line.
That's a better line. It's down to pace now. It's got to hold a bit. These wide sweeping bowls. It's not going to. In fact, the pace was off. It needed to be heavier.
That didn't even reach a jack.
I don't know. It looked all right out of his hand.
So he's tightened this up. He's looking for the blue. He's got the wrong blue.
Careful. Yeah, 1 to zone 13. Another important one. Ones are okay. Like we've said, though, running out of ends to make up that difference. Up and back on this rink now. I get the feeling that someone over there will be finished. It is looking spectacular in the sunset, mate. What a club.
Yeah, cracking view.
How good's the kids' jumpy balloon thing over the back there?
Mate, we should get them to put it up throughout the week so we can get it on the live stream there. But yeah, they've got a jumping pillow there. But if you see that tarp underneath,
yep,
that's a 12 by 12 metre jumping castle.
I'm in. It's got to be an adult. What's the safe working load?
We think you'll be pretty right, Benny. But the idea from that actually come from the Narooma club, Narooma Dalmini. So they had that down there, and obviously we all know clubs need to look at other sources of income to be able to keep your greens and keep your bowls program going.
Exactly right. So I can tell you that says in the bright sunshine 46-48. Wow. This is a grandstand finish, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake. After 59 ends, there's 4 ends to go. 2 shots separate these teams. The far rink, I get the feeling, is done. There's a multitude of bowlers standing in front. So 14, 15 after 18 still next door. Just got to track down that other scoreboard. You guys start running around and cheering, then I'll know.
You can see the selector in the background there, just behind him.
1917, that's it.
Neville Hesham, he's biting the fingernails.
I'll put that up on the screen in a sec.
There he is.
Yep, hang on a sec.
Give us a look, Neville.
It's all right, wait for this bowl and then we'll jump on there and put it on the screen. There he is. There's the man.
Neville Hesham, the man looking after the Zone 13 senior side, and looks very intense.
Boy, is he. So, I think Mark Willie's still holding the 2 shots at the back. He's had the better of that one. That's not the precision he's been playing the whole time.
Chance here to trail the jack, Benny.
I was going to say, but well positioned, especially for something like that. Well, 2 shots between them. Sectional play, so they can have a tie. Zone 13 have... Oh, did I put the right ends up? Let's find out. Yep, have finished and won by 2 shots on the far rink, Roper and Brims. Middle rink still going with 3 ends to go. This rink, 19. We are up and back, 16-13. Exciting times here and a grandstand finish. We get lucky on these live streams sometimes. It is going to be a classic.
And that's a massive turnaround from Roper and his team. So we see 2 cracking bowls from Peter Davies.
And Billy Baxter do get around. Yeah, beautiful conditions down here, buddy. I completely forgot where I was last week. Charlestown, that's where we were. That's right. Brilliant club up there.
So something's just happened on that middle rink.
Yeah, I'm just watching the score kick over there. And I can't see 16-14, I think that says. I think zone 14 just picked up a 1. And ones at this stage of this game are pretty important.
They are indeed.
Yep, 19, 16. So they finished 19 ends over there. And 16, 14 it is. So the cheering and that you saw over there, mate, might have been a rescue in the end. 46, 49. Still anyone's game, especially on this rink. I can tell you now that Zone 13 are playing better right now. And holding a couple there too. 4, in fact. Is that right?
They are, but I can't see this ball from Magpie.
No, man.
What a shot. Ooh, pull it up. Wow, big effort.
It's probably 3 now, but shots on everywhere. It's probably John's loosest end as well. John Bradley. Leonard John Bradley. 60 ends down, 3 shots between the teams. Huge fight back by Zone 13. If you weren't watching at the start, it was 8-1 on all 3 rinks at one point to Zone 14. And it didn't get any better from there for a while, and then something changed, something clicked, and away they went. That's not weighty enough.
So Agro just needing to add a foot here around his own, maybe a bit more, Ben.
Yeah, I'd love to tell Rodney to get out of the way so I could actually see it, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, intense game. Important, every end important. A one shot anywhere here between these 2 rinks to Zone 13 or to Zone 14 is a huge result. It's that close.
Yeah.
And looking around, there's a few close ones out there too still. 46 all Zone 2 and Zone 5 now. 51-49 Zone 11, Zone 8.
Geez, that's closed up a lot too.
Yeah. Zone 16's kicking away a bit. 56-37
Wow.
Zone 1, Zone 7. There's 3 shots between them with 10 ends to go. Zone 6, 48-41. Over Zone 4, Zone 3, 51-39 over Zone 9. Zone 12, 40-63, losing to Zone 15 at the moment. Big results, big impacts on the ladders in sectional play. So the shot was called down the middle there to the jack. Now remember, these bowls have got a huge turn. I wonder what they are actually. They turn like crazy.
The one thing they've got to realise, Benny, is as this game gets on and the shade comes over, you can see them dropping shorter. It'll change. The grass won't change. It'll still take plenty of grass, but they just need to add a little bit more weight.
This one's not going to do much either, I don't think, except close up a hole. It's no good for him. He didn't want that. That's his only way in. I don't know what he's throwing there. They are incredibly wide bowls. Absolutely no idea. I'm looking closely at one. It looks like something he's made at home. It's got no markings on it at all.
I wonder if they're premiers.
They look like premiers.
Chance of being in the count, there.
Oh, I tell you what, you're not wrong at all.
Wow.
This is big, and there's so little on for him.
Oh, he's asked for Jack Eye. Thought he might have played a runner up through the guts, but
Yeah, he's just got everything to clunk into there. That's the problem, moving stuff at the back and he's a bunch down.
the way he's drawing, you'll probably go pretty close.
Uh-oh.
Exactly what I said, Benny. If you don't put that weight on, you'll just slow down a bit.
Here we go. This is the count.
Definitely 2. Rolled out 3.
Yep.
4. Geez, I went close to the jack. 4.
And then and they're ahead. Just like that.
Are they?
Well, I'll check. I'm pretty sure it was 4, but goodness me. Let's have a look at the big board. 61, 49, 49 all. Get that. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I love it.
How you feeling now, Neville?
60, one end each on each of the rigs, one end left. That is nuts. Just nuts. I love it. Bring it on. I better get the right camera up so we can actually see what's going on. That's crazy. 49 all, 61 ends. Let's have a look at what the actual individual scores are, because this is your grandstand finish, ladies and gentlemen. One end left on each ring. 16 all it is here on this one.
Willie, that's his probably been his worst bowl for the last 10 ends.
Nerves, mate. And we're on the final end here, so there will be a winner on this rink, no matter what, unless it's a tie, of course.
Ooh, could be.
Unusual one.
Fair start here by Howard.
14-16 next door. They're still going on their 19th, so... Oof.
This is what I like to see. That bowl's problem in his eye, but Willie sticks to the same hand. He's been playing well and he backs himself.
I'd agree. He's played that hand really well all day. Here he comes.
Just get behind.
I might get behind the count here. If it stops, it's not going to stop quite where I thought it would, but that's still a very good bowl.
It's handy because Peter Davies has just been playing that little foot over and a nice little trail of the jack will help. Howard will be trying to give his first one a friend here. He's just got to reach and be up around the short Willie bowl. And he has. 2 good bowls by Howard.
Very good. When he needed them, they came out well.
Well, it doesn't really matter what's happened the first 60 ends, mate. These are the 2 ends that count.
They could have just stopped at this point.
Yep.
Dead even. 2 ends to go. This is the stuff that gets my heart rate up. I love it. No matter who's playing. This is why we play sport, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we play the game.
We don't know what's happened on that other rink there, Benny. If you can see that out of the corner, it's...
At the top there, yeah. I'm just trying to...
It's getting down to the...
that's short. Yeah, they said they were holding 1, Zone 13 did, a second ago. We'll see very shortly. There's 3 bowls to come on that rink. I've got the view on the other side there. Should be able to see there. Nope, not quite. Let's do this.
Fair bowl here by John.
Yeah, he's had a good game. And that is, well, probably the shot, actually.
Well done, John. He has played well. All about the correction here for Peter.
Shame he's not called Leonard. Leonard's such a cool name.
I love Leonard.
Let's see what we can see in this head.
Peter needs to have a bit of weight here because he's got the tighter line.
Yeah, into his own and across. Wow. Magic fingers happening next door by the Bowls Ninja. Still bowls to come. They're having a really close look. It's pretty tight in the clinches. It's an important head contextually. Oh, this with a clear run. Oh, it's a bit quick. Actually thought he had the jack when he got around the front, but it just kept holding on. And they are premiers. His Mantis tells us. Thank you. Yeah, Gus, and a couple of cliffhangers last week too, mate. They're just unbelievable. Thanks for your comments on the YouTube. Thanks for the patience regarding Facebook. They decided that we were breaching copyright despite this being our tournament, and they shut us down. So thanks for joining us on YouTube, everyone. It's a good platform anyway, in high definition. Really good for your TVs. It is something, Cyril, we've noticed is that almost a reversal of who's watching what. So we usually get more people watching YouTube now than Facebook. And it used to be, even when I first started this, it was the opposite. But people are starting to get smart TVs and realising that the high definition stuff that comes through YouTube is really good.
Well, I can tell you, my wife, she loves hooking it up on the TV, and sort of taking a bit of a favourite now over the rugby league, even on a weekend if there's a
bowls
game on. Yeah, a good game.
That's great. She's a lovely lady. Well, this is short too.
Needs a rub off the front bowl just to.
Well, yeah,
straighten it up, but.
This might just be down to the skippers, mate. This is
I'll tell you, this is a massive end, and it looks a very good head there for Farmer in the zone 14 team.
Geez, the intensity's gone up a notch. Even look at, I just watched Agro run down after his bowl. This looks good with a clear run. It's got to stop now.
It has. It's in the count. Lovely shot by Agro.
Agro may end up. That may be. Well, that's an important bowl. Huge bowl. At the moment, guess what? Next door, zone 13 just scored a 1. Just to add a little bit of tension to it.
This will. I don't think Gary will play a more important bowl today than the one in his hand and the one behind him. His bowls turn nice. I'm reasonably confident he can draw this.
I'm just going to zap that around so we can have a look at the big board. You can see what I've been watching all day.
So he's lying good. It's all down to his weight. We know it'll come back.
Oh.
Fraction quick.
Just got to get that dude out of the way and we're all over it. There we are. 51-49. Oh my goodness, it was a 2. Zone 13 may snatch this. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh, this is a good bowl by Farmer. He's just going to flop that over.
Yeah.
Big bowl here.
Everyone next door watching intently. I'm trying to see that scoreboard as soon as the mate jumps out of the way. Look at that moustache. It's a beauty.
Boy, he looks like a tighter line here,
16
mate.
all it was too. Oh my God.
How's his weight? He needs to reach this.
Oh, he's there. He's there. Here
He's
it comes.
got the rub off the front bowl that he needed. A little bit of help. The wicky wick. He was in the area and he got the rub. So
look at just
5 down to 1 up.
Just look at the scores on the 2 top rinks. 16 all after 20 on both.
Wow.
That's nuts. This is.
And he's got a drive here, Farmer, and he's looking. He's going to need a bit of assistance.
Oh dear. That's the game. That's
wow.
I have to assume. Let's see.
Is that the first time Gary has hit the lead in the match?
Yeah, first time ahead. And I don't know whether it was 1 or what, but geez, look at this powerful celebrations. They're loving it. It's just going to change the scoreboard for me now and see if it was just the 1. I'm pretty sure it was. 17-16 after 21 on this rink. Yeah, this is important, so we'll hang around and we'll see how this last one goes. Amazing zone 13. Wow. On your feet, everyone in the Sydney City, in the Sydney Basin. That is incredible. I'm staggered. I can't believe they came back. I gave that up halfway through the match. I thought, nah, that's done. That's amazing. So, looks like a couple up on the big board. And what do you say about this? Big board says 52-49. 3 shots needed to tie it up on this rink now. Out of nowhere.
Well, it was the first time Gary hit the lead on his rink, and I think it's the first time that Zone 13 have hit the lead on the big board.
Yeah, exactly. I'm staggered. That's just amazing. What a game. What a game by Zone 13. Zone 14 early, kicked away like crazy.
It is possible, being that far behind, that they could actually, with a 1 here, they could win all 3 rinks.
Win all 3 rinks out of nowhere. It's just nuts. Oh, I'll get rid of that. I was going to do something with this.
And as you can see again, Benny, a couple of bowls dropping short. It's not that the green's not running well, it's that shade's come over, and mentally you've got to get that in your mind. You need to play a little bit more weight than what you've been playing.
Just a little bit more, yeah, exactly right. So I'll get that and I'll put that below the scoreboards, hopefully.
See Brian Morton standing where he wants his...
There we go. So all eyes on this big board. This has been intense. Like I said, halfway through, I was saying, "Oh, someone's just kicked my camera. Get off my camera! How dare you?" I was saying they're done. They're in trouble, and the world of hurt. But no, someone's moving my camera around.
Is that the one behind the scoreboard?
Down this end. That's all right. I'll get over it. They knock it over, they'll be in trouble.
Especially after the day you've had today, brother.
I just go, just add another problem to the list. What could go wrong?
Have you ever got a dog at home?
I have two beautiful little dogs. Not where we're staying now, though. I'm going to track that down. Let's see who's moving my camera. It's not that side. Let's look this way.
How cool are these cameras, mate?
Him. Oi. Stop touching my stuff. Whoever you are.
Ah, gold.
Put your shoes back on.
So is it one shot to zone 13 here at the moment?
Yep. Looks like it to me.
Or is that... I can't tell if that's... I don't think so. It might be one shot to... 14.
No, they hasn't made a call, have they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one on the jack is zone 14 because the 13's had the darker blue bowls.
There you go. Look at this. Just so you know, everyone, all of you boomers out there that don't like millennials on their phones, I just want to point this out right here. Look in the camera, picture in picture. Every single one of them, unbelievable.
And you know what, mate? He's texting his mates, his missus, say, "Did you see me on live stream? We were down 8-1."
The rest of the live stream. All right, let's get back on that scoreboard. Let's look at the more important stuff. So, one, do you think 14? Looking at the sticker on that, it looks 14-ish to me.
League sake. You couldn't ask for a better man than Peter Taylor to be out there. He's won so much.
You're not wrong.
Great bowler and even better bloke.
Oh, that's quick. I'm trying to get a better angle from here to see if I can get the whole lot in so we can watch the jet bowls come down. Oh, here we go. That's much better. Let's run with that instead. It's quick again, I think. No chasing at the moment. It's hard to tell. That other camera angle really made it look like the bowl in front was the shot, and then you look at this one, it looks different, so we might get a call here.
Well, I think the one in the front.
Well, it's one either way, and one either way is zone 13. That means they win. It needs to be a multiple to zone 14 to get close. So... Player movement rules. Someone will point that out on the internet anyway. So that's what we're looking at, yeah. 1-14 at the moment, Paul Johnson saying. Is a draw sectional plays? The question from TSG, a draw is a draw. So they share the points, same as in pennants.
Probably neither a good result for either of them, a draw. Because they both lost their first game, so...
That's it, it just hurts at this point. Close games out and around, mate. I'm looking at that Zone 7, Zone 1 game 56-54 at the moment. Zone 7's up, 6 ends to go. That's close. Oh, roll that down. Did, but for nothing.
What's happening with the Zone 8 one, mate? That was fairly tight there at one stage. So Zone 8 had come well back.
55 all after 56.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Anyone's game, as you can tell. I'd love to see the scorecard on this one. This is crazy. As I said, after 30, even 40 ends, I'd given this up. I didn't think Zone 13 were going to go anywhere. When you came back, you said, it's been a bit of a comeback, and they were still 20 shots down. There's 16 shots down, when you came back from the meeting. Zone 13, and they've come back and responded like you would not believe, in the most amazing fashion. And that's the story of the tape, ladies and gentlemen. 52-49 after 62. Zone 13 were down all game until the last couple of ends, and they've won 2 out of 3 rinks out of nowhere, currently level on the middle rink and looking to score anything to win 10-0. A little slide, the right angle here will help. Didn't quite get it.
The weight was probably okay.
Yeah, I reckon. Here's the Zone 14 magic fingers.
Yeah, because you'll be looking for the back bowl here, I think, if it's going to bring another couple into the count.
Yeah. So it needs to bring a couple more in and then maybe go that one. Let's see. More bashful. Tell you what, he took the back out and laid down, potentially for another in there.
Ooh, this is interesting.
What is this game? What is happening here? This is insanity. Oh, wow, look at those magic fingers. I have not seen that one before. That's very new. One down, he says. One's all right. He'd want the ring, but big board's more important. Have a wry smile on the scoreboard attendant's face there, just having a good look. Mick DeBono asking, I'll get to that in a second, mate.
Can't see because he's in the row, but he looks a fraction heavy.
Yep, strong.
Oh, he's hit something in, I think.
I can't see. Oh, look at the stress. Look at the pain on the face. The man there. Wow.
Oh, dear. There's a shot here, I think, for Taylor. If you can get to that back blue and sit that back blue...
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. They've probably got 4 around it. He's just got to get rid of that blue one. But it could be wrong because there might be another one on the top right. It's just so hard to get the angles right with the camera the way it is at the moment. But, yeah, just... Oh, mate, just coming down looking at the camera going, I'm going to stand in front of you.
Yeah, they've all got the fingers out.
Yeah, well, I think I've realised it. Kill that one, and you get the game. This is a monster shot. Absolutely huge this will be. Gets anywhere near it, this will be the game winner. He misses. It's all over, kids.
Well,
No real angle on it, so I'm not going to be able to see it come down, I don't think. Here he is. Delivers. With some intent by the look, knowing what he's got to play. We'll get on to here and see where it goes. They're watching. It's going to clunk into the front.
oh, and it's got the zone 13 bowl. One down.
One down. 1-2. One to zone 14. They won that rink, but somehow out of nowhere have lost that game. Mate, I can't believe that.
Bowls. Always throws up something interesting, Benny.
Isn't that incredible? I'd completely written them off. 10 ends ago, I didn't think they were going to make it. That's incredible. 52-50 will be the final score. After 63 ends, Zone 13 never gave up. It just shows you just never give up. They only got ahead within the last 2 ends.
Extraordinary game.
Amazing. So
Never ceases.
yeah, congratulations, Zone 13. That was huge. Commiseration, Zone 14 started amazingly and just got overrun at the back end. So what comes next? Tomorrow was the question. Tomorrow morning we are Zone 11 versus Zone 16. And that's Stephen Pell, Peter Schroeder, Marco. That's a good name. Pendle's? We'll figure that out. Robert Austin against Greg Stevens, Rick Malley, Steve Sprod, and Dave Tyrrell. Well, that'll be fun too from Zone 16 from the Illawarra. Thanks once again, Mr. Brett Hughes. You're a beautiful man. It's been a huge day.
Benny. My pleasure.
Good on you, mate. And we'll probably see you tomorrow again. Until tomorrow morning at 8:30. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on YouTube. Apologies for the Facebook thing, but glad you all managed to jump onto YouTube instead.